lob it for Pete, who slams it home with one hand. The rebound, tipped out, grabbed by Lee. Left corner. That's it. It's over. Cats have won the opener. What a game here in Las Vegas.
Have we woken up from that yet? What a opening night on one of the greatest entertainment stages that we have in this country. If you're not opening on or playing in Madison Square Garden in New York City, what better place to open than in Las Vegas, Nevada? You know, it was kind of interesting. The Wildcats, of course, upsetting the number 3 team in the country, if you want to call it an upset in game 1. I mean, the rankings are the rankings, and the Florida Gators are the reigning national champions. So they were the team expected to win. They were also the favorite, not by a lot last night. What was it? 3.5 points, I think it was, that they were favored by. But still, they're on top for a reason. And the Wildcats, for at least one night, knocked them off of that mantle. Although, if you listen to or read some of the comments from Florida Gators Nation, they're complaining about, it wasn't really a neutral site game because of all the Cardinal and Navy that was in the building in Las Vegas. We had to go 2,000 miles. They only had to go 400 miles. Come on now. Hey, you go and you play the games, and yeah, maybe Florida, you guys did not have the advantage in terms of the people there, but it certainly was not a home game. But, you know, we like to think of it as a home game because that's why we call it McHale North. And the Wildcats have had a boatload of success playing games in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that continued last night. We ran down that list since Tommy got here. So Tommy now is 11-2. 11-2 in games played in Las Vegas. And a number of those 11 wins have been against ranked opponents. We talked about Florida Atlantic a few years ago, Indiana. They've beaten Michigan there. And now you can add the number 3 Florida Gators to that list of teams that the Arizona Wildcats have taken down in Sin City. So good start for the Arizona Wildcats and a great start for Koa Pete with his 30-point performance last night. I saw one thing that said he might be the first player ever to go 35, 5, and 3. So 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals in a college basketball debut.
Well, the stat is 35 and 5 has only been done by one player, and that was Beasley way back in the day.
Michael Beasley, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the only player to start his debut, first college basketball game that counted 35 and 5. So maybe he didn't quite have 3 assists in that game, which would mean Koa is in a class of his own. Or steals, you said.
I don't remember Michael Beasley being much of a defensive player.
Michael Beasley was a great freshman, for sure. One of the best I ever saw.
He was. Koa Pete, the heralded top guy in this number 2 overall freshman class that features him and Braden Burries and Ivan Karchenkov. And to be quite honest with you, I think and most people will agree, I mean, that's the guy, Ivan Karchenkov. That's the guy maybe that's the most surprising. I think we maybe expected that Koa Pete was really good, although nobody expected him to do what he did last night and score 30 points in his debut, but you knew he was the top kid in the class for a reason. Braden Burry's right behind him, but I don't think a whole lot of people really knew what to expect from Ivan Karchenkov, and we talked about it last night. Is he going to play a lot? It looks like he's going to be a rotation guy, but maybe one night he'll play a lot. Maybe most nights, some other nights he might not play a lot. I think that's a guy that's going to be playing quite a bit for this team. He was real impressive. Took a lot of hits. Didn't he? Took a lot of hits in that game. Seemed like every other minute he was on picking himself off the floor. Showed his toughness, I think.
Some
more
hits
so
worse
than anything
than
else.
others.
Yeah. You played a lot of basketball. Did that ever happen to you?
I couldn't jump that high, DK, so
No.
I didn't have to worry about knees that are that high. So, no. I will tell you this, that two-handed dunk by Pete, right,
Yeah.
after the one-handed throwdown on the alley-oop, that lane was open, because Ivan Karchenkov was on the wing and the defender had to run out to him because he was 2 for 2 from 3.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of subtleties to this game of basketball. And, all credit. Koa Pete came out and balled out. He did everything he needed to do. And if you listen to the coaching staff, Golden and those guys after, what he said specifically was, we did a really good job on Moteas Krivas.
Mm-hmm.
We did a really good job on the front line in general. But Koa got his. And that's going to happen all year long. Because it's not Koa out there playing power forward with a bunch of scrubs. He's out there with legitimate D1, high-level D1 players, and you got to pick your poison. I mean, if you want to prevent the 7'2", 265-pound guy dunking right at the rim, you got to put your biggest body on that. Koa's going to get some space to operate because of the guys he plays with on that front line.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. I want to hear your thoughts on what you saw from your Arizona Wildcats last night in their season opener. This is obviously our first show of the week. We had game day yesterday, so no true show, so there's a lot to recap. In men's basketball, Arizona football going up to Boulder and absolutely spoiling homecoming, blowing the doors off the Colorado Buffaloes, returning the favor after Dion and company came to Tucson last year and put a whooping on U of A on their homecoming. I mean, that was a really great performance by Arizona, but that was a really bad Colorado football team. A ton of mistakes that they made in that ball game. But again, you've got to beat the teams that are on your schedule. And that's what the Wildcats did. They went up there and they were clearly the better team. Clearly the better team, which again doesn't always calculate, because Colorado had beaten a ranked team in Iowa State at home, a team that beat Arizona by 25 on their home field. So you never really know. And they went in there and kicked them and punched them in the mouth early. And I think that's so, when you talk about especially a team like Colorado, if you can get up on them early, and we talked about the quarterback power and how that had really been a detriment to this Arizona defense over the course of 2 losses. If you can kick a team early and get them down multiple points, you essentially take that element away. I mean, if Caden Salter is up 7-zip and now he can start running around and they're holding the advantage, maybe that offense for Colorado looks different. But Arizona came right out and hit him in the mouth with big plays and essentially took any thought that they might try to run the ball with Caden Salter away from them really early, and they just didn't have a whole lot out of that. If you think you're going to pass, and yeah, did they hit one, and they should have hit a second one, but it was called back for a penalty. So they took some shots and had a couple. But if you think you're going to ultimately pass on a number of drives and beat this Arizona football team, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. So the best advantage for this team right now moving forward, if they can get up early and force teams to have to throw the ball, they put themselves in such a much better position to have an opportunity to win football games than if they're in tight games or behind and teams can run on them. So we'll talk about that today. 520-848-1290. The World Series. Oh, my God. I didn't even really get a chance to watch it. We were here Saturday night during Game 7. We were doing the post-game show, and every time I would throw to Glenn and Kelvin, I'm looking up at the TV trying to see what's happening. We'll play you the highlights from Game 7, an unbelievable Game 7 of the World Series. I mean, that game took me down memory lane as somebody who's had to has had to sit through some Game 7s in my fandom, and all of them have been on the losing end. Let me tell you, I don't think any of my teams have won a Game 7 in the World Series. Now, of course, the Cavaliers did in the NBA, but I'm talking about baseball in the World Series. My uncle played on a team, and my uncle played on an Orioles team that lost Game 7 in '79 to the Pittsburgh Pirates, the We Are Family Pirates. The Cleveland Indians lost in 1997 in Game 7 to the Marlins. Then they did it again in 2016 to the Cubs. So I've been on the wrong end of a lot of Game 7s in Major League Baseball in the World Series. So that game brought back a whole lot of memories for me, watching that unfold and then going back and watching it later, what happened in Toronto on Saturday night.
I'm mostly happy, DK, that we aren't referring it to as the replay World Series because that was about a half an inch away from being decided by a replay.
Can you have imagined if a World Series would have ended on an overturned call?
After a 15-minute replay, the most anticlimactic ending ever.
Yeah,
that's how it would have gone down.
In New York City, they were probably like, please don't let this be even. And this is like, just if it's close, it's going to be, we're sticking with the call on the field because the last thing New York wanted to do was to have to make that decision on Saturday night. Unbelievable stuff there. The Cardinals win. Oh my gosh, we got a lot to get into today. All right, the clock's changed, as you know, which means our format changes a little bit in this first hour. We have a few more breaks that we've got to get in to make up for the fact that you aren't listening to the third hour of Jim Rome. Only 2 hours of Jim Rome at this stage of the year. But of course, if you want to hear, if you don't want to listen to me, which a lot of you don't, which was pointed out to me over the weekend, and we'll get into that as well. You can follow Jim Rome on X. And that's the way to hear the final hour of his show. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
You want Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's gets it. We check the calendar, and Christmas is coming early. $99 is all you need to grab your favorite select 7-foot pre-lit artificial Christmas tree for the holiday season. And don't sweat what gifts to get Dad, because we've got up to 40% off select tools and accessories. That's how Lowe's celebrates Black Friday early. Selection varies by location, while supplies last.
Sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. As the holiday season rolls around, we know that you strive to do everything you can to bring cheer and joy to your loved ones, and as a credit union dedicated to serving all veterans, active duty, and their families, we understand that every little bit counts. That's why for a limited time, you could earn a $250 cash bonus when you spend $2,500 with Navy Federal's Cash Rewards and Cash Rewards Plus cards in the first 90 days. But the giving does not stop there. You could also earn up to 2% unlimited cash back with these cards, so saving up for whatever the season brings just got a little easier. Give joy, get joy. Join now at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org/cash rewards for details. Cashback terms and conditions to apply. Offer ends January 1st, 2026.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Winter is here. When the temperature drops, so does your truck's performance. Avoid fuel gelling by using Hot Shot Secret's EDT Plus Winter Defense, a 7-in-1 fuel booster and anti-gel that improves cold weather performance. The 7-point cetane boost decreases DPF regens and increases fuel economy. Be confident that your engine is running smoothly and trouble-free, even in the coldest temperatures. Hot Shot Secret EDT Plus Winter Defense, available at Pilot Flying J, Amazon, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and HotShotSecret.com. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
Homecoming is right around the corner, and the Kansas Jayhawks are in town for a 1:30 kickoff, Arizona Stadium, Saturday, November 8th on Military Appreciation Day. Come celebrate homecoming on campus all day alongside 50,000 of your closest friends. It all starts with the electric tailgate scene starting at 7:30 in the morning, then on to the high-flying action on the field. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287 or by visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/FB.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported at 1st and River Road and 1st Avenue. Also Tucson and Drexel and Tucson Boulevard. Some slowing for traffic on Swan at Grant and also some slowing at Alvernon and Grant Road. 57 the overnight low, sunny, 87 for tomorrow and 86 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks.
Handcrafted with their signature espresso
and real pumpkin sauce.
Ooh. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon,
and nutmeg.
PSL. Get it while it's hot.
Or iced. Only at Starbucks.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Arizona basketball gets their season off to a winning start, 93-87. The 13th ranked Wildcats take down the number 3 Florida Gators. So as long as nothing goes wrong against Utah Tech coming up on Friday night in the home opener, we will anticipate that your Arizona Wildcats will be a top 10 team come next Monday with their win in Las Vegas. 30 points for Koa Pete, 27 points for Jaden Bradley, who absolutely dominated Florida, penetrating into the lane. The Wildcats, well, we didn't really get into this last night on the show, but the Wildcats won this game at the line. There were a lot of fouls in the game, and we did not think that this game would get into the 80s, let alone the team would get into the 90s. But how about that, J-Dub? The Wildcats have been scoring 90 a lot. I mean, if you go back to last year, they were on a kind of a scoring tear in the NCAA tournament in terms of points, and they start right off in this season putting up a 90 burger on a team.
Yeah,
really good team.
I think that's, something that Coach Lloyd clearly brought with him from Spokane. That's something that they were big into was, crossing defensive glass, getting out and running in transition if you get a steal, that kind of thing. Situational running. I don't think it's going to be a, Steve Nash Suns-based 7 seconds type of situation because they also have quite an established post-game half-court offense with the motion. So not surprising. The only surprising thing, DK, is 5 3-pointers attempted. I mean, we've talked quite a lot these last few years on the pre- and post-game show just about how many threes are too many threes. And when you take yourself out of the opportunity to get an easy basket by settling for a 3 versus, let's say, a defense like Houston. The Houston Cougars are a good example. Number 1 team in the country this year, finalists last year. They play such a tough half-court defense that a lot of times you'll find players, especially perimeter players, settling for those threes. Last night, DK, the Arizona Wildcats were not settling for anything. The 5 threes they took were all within the offense, nothing forced. That one Karchenkov 3 was last second, I think 1 second on the shot clock. He had to take it. But they really made a concerted effort to get the ball into the paint, and why wouldn't you? When you're talking about Moteus Krivas, you got Tobe Awaka, and obviously the freshman Koa Pete. 3 guys inside who can handle themselves, who big bodies, who can create space. So I think, and not only that, but if you think about the style of the 2 guards that started, we didn't see much of Braden Burry's last night, but Jaden Bradley's forte is getting right at the rim, if not 5 to 8 foot floaters. So all the 2 guards are penetrating guards. The forwards and the front court in general, DK, really adept at scoring around the rim. So not surprising to see them score a lot. You're going to see that pretty often. There's a lot of firepower on this team. Just surprising that they did it all from within the paint And 38 free throws attest to that, right? I mean, they really were putting pressure on the rim all night.
31 of 38 from the line, and that was there. And there were two things that if there were concerns that I had just based on the exhibition games, and again, exhibition games. So you're seeing the team play, and you say, okay, well, maybe that might be an issue. And one thing was the fact that they did not shoot the 3-point shot very well in either of those games. The other thing was that I didn't think they shot free throws particularly well in either of those games. And I think the one against St. Mary's, they missed 12. If I remember correctly, but 31 of 38, and we talked a little bit just about obviously some of the different roles and how things played out last night. But Tommy Lloyd, even though maybe we didn't see the kind of offensive performance that we wanted from Anthony Del Orso, Tommy Lloyd's got Delly in the game at the end because he's one of your best free throw shooters. And what did he do? He made all 4 of the ones he shot down the stretch as the Florida Gators were trying to make his run. So another little thing that maybe flew under the radar in that game was Delly being in there at the end because he's your best free throw shooter.
And not only that, but what I saw from Delly last night was a much improved commitment to defense and facilitating, DK. The first bucket of the game, Delly took 2 dribbles of penetration and found a cutter for a dunk. I mean, Delly has the ability to do that. He's got the size to see over a lot of wings who might be guarding him, or some anyway. So it's good to see he's on the court, DK, because last year he struggled physically sometimes, especially in the Big 12 Conference, staying with some of those bigger wings. So putting on 20 pounds of muscle over the offseason, committing himself to moving his feet on the defensive end, and then being not always looking at the rim for himself, but you need that guy. Pelle Larsson, could shoot, DK, but how often was Pelle Larsson looking to shoot? Rarely. He was always looking to set his teammates up because an easy basket for your teammate is an easy basket for your team, right? So I liked what Delly showed last night. He obviously, didn't make a 3 last night, but everything he showed to me was why he was on the court at the end. Free throws, he's going to be out there to make free throws down the stretch, but he's out there because he can move his feet and play defense and good facilitator.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program. Want to hear your thoughts on what you saw last night. Your top takeaways from Arizona's 93-87 win over the Florida Gators. Koa Pete opening his college career with 30 points, and the game was on national TV, TNT, and True TV. And Wildcats were on 2 different networks last night. You got to like that. I'm really liking this TNT coverage. That they're a new partner this year for the Big 12. I think they've done a really good job with football during that part of the season and got things off to a really good start with basketball. Brian Anderson, the television voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, was on the call. He's one of the best basketball announcers I think that's out there right now. And so let's hear from Koa Pete after the ball game as he had a chance to chat with the guys from TNT. It was a pretty all-star crew in there in terms of former players. You got, I don't know if any of these guys played in the Big 12. Jalen Rose was one of the guys in there. We know he's a Big 10 guy, but it was a pretty good crew of guys chatting with Koa Pete after the game.
Man, I'm just thankful, man. A lot of long nights praying. I prayed this whole week, and I'm honestly about to be in tears. But I mean, it's a blessing to play for my home state and to do it with my teammates. We've been working hard all summer, and to come out and be defending national champs, man. I'm just grateful and thankful for them. And shout out JB, man. He was hooping. People don't really talk about him much. I think he's the best point guard in the country.
Koa Pete, Jamal Mashburn here, man. I've become a big fan of yours, especially now that I got a chance to see you on the East Coast. Throughout the portion of the game, when did you realize that you were the best player on the court? I happen to think it was in the first half early, where you not only dominated offensively, but defensively as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, again, I got great teammates, great coaches that put me in spots to be great. And I just trusted my work the whole game, and we came out as victorious, and I'm just thankful, man.
Hey, Koa, this is Coach Bruce Pearl. Do you remember a couple of years ago when I traveled to Istanbul, Turkey, trying to chase you and A.J. DeBesta to maybe to come to Auburn, and neither one of you even gave me a sniff? You remember that?
Yeah, for sure. I do remember that. A.J.'s my guy, man. That was my roommate USA. That's my boy.
So here's my question. What prepared you to play against the incredible size of Florida? This is the best front line in college basketball, and you went down there and you got buckets.
I mean, I think it's just having Big Mo and Tobey guarding me in practice every day. Like, those guys are, I think, some of the best forward centers in the country, and they don't really get noticed as much as these other guys. But I think they showed it tonight, and I think we showed that tonight that we're a really good front court. And I'm just thankful for my teammates. We're gonna keep going, keep getting better each and every week.
Cole, it's Jalen Rose. Terrific game. I'm a huge fan of your game. You played terrific tonight, and a lot of people are going to talk about your offense, and rightfully so. But can you describe how you felt out there defensively? You had a block on the ball. You had 3 steals.
Yeah.
What about your effort defensively?
I mean, I think a lot of people underrate my defense. I feel like I'm a really good defender. That's something my dad really harps on me to do, is play both sides of the ball, be the hardest worker on the court, and I think I came out here and proved that tonight.
Arizona goes and knocks off the defending champion Florida Gators, and Koa Pete, a star is born. Thank you for joining us, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys for having me. Bear down.
There you go. He's already got the interview closeout down as well. Got to throw that bear down in there. I like that. It was a great night for the Big 12, as the 13th ranked Wildcats and the 8th ranked BYU Cougars both winning in Las Vegas. He mentioned AJ DeBansa, who had 21 points and 6 rebounds. Maybe not quite as big a splashy debut as Koa Pete, but a win for his Cougars over the Villanova Wildcats as well.
Yeah, they
last night.
struggled a bit in that second half. I think that was the biggest takeaway a lot of people had from that game. I think they put up something 40-something in the first half and the 20s in the second half. So BYU is loaded. I mean, it's not just AJ, the number 1 recruit, Darren Peterson, 1A and 1B, but they're loaded. I mean, they got Kebakita still. They got Wright from, is it Baylor?
Yeah.
From last year's freshman. I think he was obviously one of the best freshmen in the Big 12 last year. So, yeah, that Cougars team up in Provo is loaded. And there's a lot of new pieces. Don't forget Richie Saunders. He's one of the favorites, if not top in, for a three-peat to be player of the year in the conference. So, yeah, a lot of talent up there, and they're just going to take a little while, and one of the best young coaches in America.
DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Much more for you straight ahead. We're going to talk some Arizona basketball coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Saul Bookman, U of A grad with All City Network, was in Las Vegas for the game last night. He'll break it down for you as well. Speaking of breaking it down, we're breaking down Arizona Wildcat football in the 5 o'clock hour, as we always do on Tuesday with Glenn Howe. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Question: why would you shop anywhere else for your favorite tobacco products if you can save up to 40% at Tobacco Barn?
I don't know.
Why? If you can save by paying no state sales tax and no city sales tax because Tobacco Barn is on the reservation.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to say.
Plus, save an additional $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
I don't know how I missed that before.
What is happening? When you shop at Tobacco Barn, save up to 40%. That's 40% off your favorite tobacco products. You won't pay any state sales tax or pay any city sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Just our way of saying thank you for your business. Shopping anywhere else is kind of crazy.
I love it! I love it! I love it!
Come on, Jerry. It's time to go back to your cell now.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, choose a genuine local Tucson company, Done Right Services. With decades of trusted experience and upfront pricing, Done Right Services treats every customer like a valued neighbor. From upgrades to urgent repairs, our licensed professionals deliver quality, care, and craftsmanship you can count on, getting it done right. Call Done Right Services today at 520-369-3966 because you deserve it done right.
More fiber and laxatives, eh?
Who are you?
I'm future you.
Future me?
Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. you, it may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
You want Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's gets it. We check the calendar, and Christmas is coming early. $99 is all you need to grab your favorite select 7-foot pre-lit artificial Christmas tree for the holiday season. And don't sweat what gifts to get Dad, because we've got up to 40% off select tools and accessories. That's how Lowe's celebrates Black Friday early. Selection varies by location, while supplies last.
Sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. As the holiday season rolls around, we know that you strive to do everything you can to bring cheer and joy to your loved ones, and as a credit union dedicated to serving all veterans, active duty, and their families, we understand that every little bit counts. That's why for a limited time, you can earn a $250 cash bonus when you spend $2,500 with Navy Federal's Cash Rewards and Cash Rewards Plus cards in the first 90 days. But the giving does not stop there. You could also earn up to 2% unlimited cash back with these cards, so saving up for whatever the season brings just got a little easier. Give joy, get joy. Join now at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org/cash rewards for details. Cashback terms and conditions to apply. Offer ends January 1st, 2026.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Time now for your BetMGM Network top plays. So last night we had a couple of plays in the Cardinals game. In fact, let's hear those highlights from the Cardinals' big Monday night win over the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy 4, Cardinals first and goal. Brissett is under center with 3 tight ends. He gets the snap, he turns right, he fakes the handoff, line drive pass, end zone, caught, touchdown, 5 yards deep, right down the middle by Marvin Harrison. And why not? He has authored a terrific first half. Jacoby Brissett in the gun. The snap, a 4-man rush, winds up, throws end zone, caught, touchdown, McBride. Near side, inside the pylon, 3 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchdown pass for Brissett. Prescott gasping for air. Shotgun snap. Arizona 37 dumps it off to Williams. Quickly tackled on the near sideline. Ball jarred free. Loose. Cardinals have got it. Oh, the Cardinals have got it. Fumble Dallas. Cardinals have got it.
You heard that game over on our sister station, Freedom 1400 last night. Cardinals beat the Dallas Cowboys 27-17 to snap a 5-game losing streak. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes. 1 to Trey McBride, 1 to Marvin Harrison Jr. So we had 2 plays last night on the game. We had Trey McBride over 6.5 receptions. He did catch a touchdown pass, but unfortunately, he only caught 4 other passes. So he finished with 5 catches for 55 yards. So we lost on that play. We also had Bam Knight, the running back for the Arizona Cardinals, an anytime touchdown. He did not score in the game. He had 9 carries for 27 yards. He also had a couple of catches for 20 yards, but no TDs for Bam Knight. So we lost on both of our plays last night, unfortunately. The Cardinals won, though. We lost in the betting game. Let's find out what we got tonight for you.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM network. Orlando Magic laying 3.5 points on the road at the Hawks. The Magic's biggest weakness is defending point guards. They give up the most points per game of any defense to that position. But lucky for the Magic tonight, the Hawks will be missing their star point guard. Trae Young is expected to miss the next 4 weeks with a knee sprain. Lay the points with the Magic. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, so we have the Magic minus 3.5 over the Hawks tonight in the NBA. Unfortunately, like you heard, no Trae Young for the Hawks tonight in Atlanta. Magic so far this season are 3-4. Hawks are also 3-4, but the Magic have won their last 2 ball games after they lost 4 of their first 5. How about the Sixers? Sixers and Bulls sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference right now in this early season. Thunder and Spurs at the top of the Western Conference. The Spurs 5-1. Their lone loss coming the other night to your Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, Wemby just had no answer for the Phoenix Suns front court. Couldn't do anything with them.
There you go. All right, so take the what was it? Hold on. I dropped my sheet there.
Orlando
It is the Magic
Hawks
minus 3.5 over the Hawks tonight. Cricket.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
The Magic might be the most disappointing team in the NBA right now. They're full strength. They got Paolo back. They got the Wagner brothers. And last year they were pressing for a top seed, and now they're 3-4, and they're looking like they're struggling.
Yep. Well, it's still early. It's still early as they kind of figure things out for sure. All right, cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Some slowing for travel on Swan at Grant Road. Also, collisions that are reported at Drexel and Tucson Boulevard and Drexel. Also, collision at River and First Avenue and River. 57 the overnight low, sunny, 87 tomorrow and 86 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't miss 40% off custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples, that was easy.
Hello, everybody. Gary, why are you wearing a... Hold on, Ron. Every time Gary walks in here wearing some goofy costume, you always say, Gary, why are you wearing that? Yeah, but... And then it turns into some long-winded story about Alaskifications. Yeah, but... Then Gary says something ridiculous. Yeah, but... And you agree that an Alaskification before winter is the best way to prepare for cold weather. Yeah, but... And how Alaskan AC guarantees no breakdowns. Yeah, but... And all it does is encourage Gary to walk around wearing a stupid-looking ski mask that no person in his right mind would get caught dead wearing. Yeah, but he's wearing my ski mask. Keeping my head protected, just like the Alaskification protects your heater. My ski mask isn't stupid looking. Look who's wearing it. I choose to ignore that remark. Because you know another one is coming. Take off that stupid ski mask. See? And that's why you should schedule your Alaskification today. What did we accomplish here? I'm not sure, but today is a good day to Alaskify. Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please. Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours. Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours. Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Pete, spin move in the lane. Kick it out, Karchinkov. First three ball, good for Arizona. Shot clock at 5. Karchinkov, long ways from the basket, turns, fires the three, scores it! The freshman with both of the Wildcats, Lexus of Tucson charity threes, and Arizona takes the lead at 42-41.
Ivan Karchinkov, in his debut, knocked down 2 3-point shots. Those were the only 2 threes that he took. Arizona took just 5, so it was Ivan Karchinkov 2 for 2, and everybody else 0 for 3 last night in the Wildcats' 93-87 win over the Florida Gators. Our guy, Fred Scheib, checks in on the text groove. He watched the game, as he always does. He says, I think the Cats' best 3-point shooters should take and make a few more open 3-point shots, or teams will begin to clog the paint. Tommy needs to design some screens or double screens to get more open 3-point shots, but not late in the shot clock. That comes from our guy, Fred Scheib there. We talked in the pregame show about who the 3-point shooters on this team were going to be. To be quite honest with you, if there was another surprise that came out of that game, I don't know that I would have had Ivan Karchinkov on that list as being a guy that could be a serious 3-point threat for this team.
Well, I think you have to look at it like this. Florida plays 4 bigs and a guard, and at times 3 bigs and a guard. And last night they had a 6'9" power forward who had switched over to the 3. So when you're playing the 3 or the wing position and you've got a bigger guy who likes to be around the basket guarding you, guess what? You're going to have looks at the basket from beyond the arc. If you're a guy like Del Orso, they're not going to let you get open looks at the basket. And if you want to run set plays and get Del Orso shots, I'm sure at sometimes this year we'll see that kind of situation. But what we saw last night was a team that is dead set on playing as many 6'11", 7-footers as possible in Florida, maybe the biggest roster in America. So last night, Karchenkov saw, that second one we saw there, listened to there, DK, was a last-second desperation 3 off the dribble.
Right.
Which you're not generally going to see, but somebody had to put the ball up. There was 1 second on the shot clock. As it all evens out, you're going to see Burries, Jaden Bradley, Del Orso, Karchenkov, anybody who has a quote-unquote green light to shoot, if they have an open shot, they're going to take it. I think the pressure at the rim last night, the game plan clearly was to get to the free throw line because there's a lot of All-American caliber bigs on that Florida roster, and they fouled out 2 of them, right? Condon didn't make it to the end of the game. Both their starting bigs didn't make it to the end of the game because of foul trouble. So I think that was clearly the game plan. You're not going to see that game plan all the time. But against against potentially the best front line in America, if not Arizona, it could be Florida, that was clearly what they were trying to do.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Jada, I'm going to play something from this side here. Let's hear from Ivan Karchenkov on his versatility to be able to score inside and out for this team.
I think I can do a lot of things. I can be really flexible, be it shooting, be it like going to the rim. I think my body allows it to do it. So I think it depends what we need. I can get.
His body definitely allowed him to do a lot of things last night. He took some hits. I think it's things like that just show you right away. Okay. A couple people told me I was texting without the ball game. They said that kid's tough. He's showing some toughness out there. That's what you want to see from some of these young guys. You know, they can play, but can they be tough out there when it gets down to it?
A guy born in Moscow who moved to Germany when he was 3 years old, right? And has played in Bayern Munich's farm system for the past 4 years against grown men. He's been playing, guys, against 25 to 35-year-olds since he was 16, 15. So, yeah, I think it's a quick, rapid development in Europe if you do get picked as one of those people in their junior high, freshman and high school years. They don't have high school basketball over there. They don't have college basketball over there, right? So it's the farm teams for some of the big clubs, and you might as well go to the biggest club in all of Germany. And clearly, DK, he's been playing against grown men who are some of the best basketball players in the world, not in the NBA.
Yeah, and there's no question about that. And I think I heard, I believe it might have been in one of the post game shows that Tommy did an interview, and he talked about how that's such a huge advantage for him. Yeah, he's a young guy, but like you said, he's playing against grown men, and it's so much different. Like his informative experience of playing basketball is so much different than a Koa Pete or a Braden Burries, who, even if they're on the AAU circuit, they're still playing against kids their own age. They're not playing against guys in their 20s and maybe even at times guys in their 30s.
Yeah, like the prolific prep, Finley, that whole thing, the traveling teams, DK, that players often will transfer from their high school to go play. They generally have a schedule to go around the country and play against the other best teams in the country. But outside of that, the competition you're going to see, I love the fact that Braden Burries and Koa Pete both stayed home to play with their boys. They didn't leave their local schools. They stayed with their local teams, with the guys they grew up with. There's a real camaraderie, and that's rare these days that a top 15 guy in your class is going to stay home. But what you see in Europe, DK, is like we just talked about, is a completely different system of very similar to the Olympic system, where you're not going to, do gymnastics. And I went to high school with Kerry Strug. You don't do gymnastics in Tucson to get to Olympic level. You go to Caroli's camp, right? You go wherever the best of the best of the best are and the best training is. And that's the system they have in Europe. So if you get called up, if you get noticed early enough in life and you get to go to one of those big programs, then you have that luxury of eating and sleeping and thinking basketball 24/7 and doing it around people who are also professionals as well.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. 520-848-1290. We were talking a little bit earlier about the relationship, obviously, Big 12 TNT. Last night's game was on TNT. I believe the Wildcats will probably are scheduled to appear on that network more times.
Can I say something about that?
Yes.
So Grant Hill, I couldn't tell if he was clueless or if he was being coy, because he said two things last night which I couldn't understand. Number one, Grant Hill, if you didn't know, is the head of the U.S. men's basketball national team selection committee.
Right.
He's the guy who gathers with all the heads, talking to all the brain trust, and they figure out who the guy should be representing the
United
America
States,
in the Olympics, in the World Games, that kind of thing. Last night he said, "Oh, good for Koa. He got a gold medal last year."
Yeah.
They were talking about last summer U19, and I'm thinking to myself, the head of the men's national committee doesn't know that Koa's got 4 gold medals? Like, wouldn't you be aware of that? And number 2, he said this might be the only time we get to see Arizona this year. And I'm thinking, like, didn't TNT and Big 12 and
they're on Friday night.
Right. They're going to be on a lot. They're going to be on TNT quite a bit. So I couldn't tell if he was joking because it was so dry. But he said both those things. And I was like, I'm not sure that's true. I think you're going to be seeing Arizona quite a bit.
So it looks like they've got 3 games on TNT there. Friday night's home opener is on TNT against Utah Tech. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. Our coverage will begin Friday at 3:30 with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona game day. And then they're on TNT again later in the season for a game at Arizona State against the rival Sun Devils. That'll be on Saturday, January the 31st. So 3 appearances on TNT this season for the Wildcats. And we'll see maybe then, and that leads to my next thing here. So Grant Hill, again, and they can make these broadcast teams however they want. He's obviously went to Duke. He's an ACC guy. And I mentioned, I was looking at the lineup, and it was, good all-star lineup. Jalen Rose, Big Ten guy. I don't know if Chris Webber's on the team, but I don't know if he was there last night. I don't think he was. Jamal Mashburn, who went to Kentucky, SEC guy. You got a coach in Bruce Pearl, who's primarily remembered for coaching in the SEC, 4-time SEC Coach of the Year. There's no Big 12 representation on this broadcast team. I would like to. I mean, if you're aligning yourself with a conference, why not? Why isn't the coach broadcaster? Why isn't it next Big 12 coach? I prefer that. If I'm making up these broadcast teams, get me guys that have actually played. Nothing against Jalen Rose, Jamal Mashburn, any of those guys, but give me guys that have actually played in this league and know this league. And I would have rather seen maybe a makeup of a studio crew of guys that have Big 12 history than what they've put together here with these dudes from.
I'm trying to think of
the
former
Big 10
players from the Big 12 who are announcers. I know Fran Fraschilla done Big 12 a lot for the past 20
ESPN.
Yeah, but he's obviously not a player, former coach. But yeah, I mean, I think any insight, especially when you get into league play, DK, because you're talking about going to some of these venues,
to these buildings, right?
Yeah, so like if you have knowledge of Ames, or if you understand what it's like to play Houston, let's say you're from the Phi Slamma Jamma era, like I'll never forget Clyde Drexler dunked on me so hard, whatever that story is. Having people who played in now the Big 12 hasn't been around that long, right? Wasn't it like late mid 90s, something like that?
Mid 90s, right? Yeah. So it's not, again.
So Phi Slamma wasn't a Big 12 thing, obviously.
No, exactly. But
and
that's
they just
a team,
joined a couple years ago.
that's a team that's currently in your conference. So you're looking for people maybe that are affiliated with the schools that
it's
are in
tough,
your league.
Right? Because you want to balance. It's a fine line between getting former players who have inside insights into the league and then having them be homerish when it comes to covering those teams. Like I used to love it when Bill Walton did Arizona games, especially when Luke was here, because he would go out of his way to go the opposite of that. He would never try to be a biased analyst. He would always be negative, over the top negative at times.
All right, we got some women's basketball on the screens here. We got UConn, number 1 in the country, taking on 20th ranked Louisville. Arizona will begin their season on Thursday night at home against UC Riverside. And the number 1 team in men's college basketball is on the floor tonight. The Purdue Boilermakers will open up their season against Evansville. So college basketball.
Braden Smith, man. I want that guy to graduate.
Braden Smith. Yeah. There were some bad memories
when he was a freshman.
Ago.
When he was a freshman, he put it on Arizona's head. He was the one who made all those jump shots down the stretch to beat the Cats.
Absolutely. DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290. Again, you can check in with us on the text groove at that number, 520-848-1290. I think we've got some stuff to give you today as well, so we'll get into that in the 4 o'clock hour. And we're going to talk some more Arizona basketball with Saul Bookman from All City Network. He was in Las Vegas and watched the game last night. Basketball aficionado, U of A grad. We'll get his thoughts on what he saw there from Koa Pete, Jaden Bradley, and the rest of your Wildcats. Then we'll talk some football, and we'll talk some football as well coming up in the next hour, as well as break it down in the 5 o'clock hour. Glenn Howell will join us, as he always does on Tuesdays at 5:20. DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions reported at Speedway and Park Avenue and Speedway Boulevard. Also crash at Star Pass and La Cholla and Star Pass. And some backups, slowdowns on southbound Swan as you approach Grant Road. 57 the overnight low, sunny, and 87 tomorrow and 86 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Moderna. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA by Moderna, is here. To find it near you, visit mnexspike.com. That's mnexspike.com.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Spooky noises coming from your air conditioning system? Then treat yourself to the Right Way $59 Super Tune-Up and shake off the cobwebs from your AC. It's a 42-point inspection designed to maximize your AC unit's efficiency and lifespan with the most comprehensive tune-up in the industry. We'll even remove any built-up dirt, grime, and dust, and do a free carbon monoxide test. Just call Right Way, Southern Arizona's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical company today at 520-640-HOME. Right Way's $59 Super Tune-Up, a scary good deal.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Lisa Chastain. No one should go hungry, especially at Thanksgiving. That's why Gospel Rescue Mission is hosting our annual Thanksgiving Blessings event. Join us on Wednesday, November 26th for a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal. Also, clothing, haircuts, additional resources, and life-changing opportunities. Celebrate the holidays with us, because Thanksgiving is better when we share it together. Visit grmtucson.com to learn more.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 55 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Question: why would you shop anywhere else for your favorite tobacco products if you can save up to 40% at Tobacco Barn?
I don't know.
Why? If you can save by paying no state sales tax and no city sales tax because Tobacco Barn is on the reservation.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to say.
Plus, save an additional $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
I don't know how I missed that before.
What is happening? When you shop at Tobacco Barn, save up to 40%. That's 40% off your favorite tobacco products. You won't pay any state sales tax or pay any city sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com. Just our way of saying thank you for your business. Shopping anywhere else is kind of crazy.
I love it! I love it! I love it!
Come on, Jerry. It's time to go back to your cell now.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
It was a fabulous trip to Boulder for your Arizona Wildcats football team.
Short drop, looking right, looking left, fires middle, caught at midfield, breaking free down to the 40, down to the 30, and to the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Arizona. The freshman, Gio Richardson, with his first college touchdown, and the Wildcats lead it 23-7. Noah will take the snap. Back to throw, steps up in the pocket, looking, firing towards the back of the end zone, and it's too long, I believe. Wadley caught it. Was he in the end zone? They say touchdown, Arizona. Oh, they're going to look at it, but if he had a foot down, it's good.
I think he bobbled it a little bit, though, but we'll see.
All right.
Nope, he did not bobble it. He had that ball secured, did Nunu Watley, as the Wildcats scored 52 points, 45 on the offensive side, as well as they had. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They had the near pick six, so 52 on the offensive side and 5 takeaways on the defensive side to win their 5th game of the season, coming home for homecoming. Always a fun, festive week here in Southern Arizona. All the alums will be back. There's a ton of activities. I don't know if we did not say this. I said we were going to mention this on Saturday when we were doing the show at Fred Harvey's house, the Arizona Track Director Emeritus. Awesome time out there this past Saturday with the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show. But we are doing our pregame show this Saturday from the football alumni tailgate, which is going to be at Tomey Field. So normally we are on the U of A Mall, but we are moving the show this Saturday to Tomey Field. That's obviously the big practice field that's right next to the Davis Center where the guys practice all week long. And then on Saturday, they use it for various alumni events and whatnot. But the alumni tailgate party will be at Tomey Field, and that's where we will be for Homecoming Saturday. So we're going to be right in the middle of all of it. All of it. Players everywhere. It's going to be, I told Kelvin and Glenn, I was like, I'm basically just going to introduce the segments, get the sponsored stuff out of the way, and then you all can take it from there. It'll be players only.
It's going to be a long day for me because, DK, in my experience, when a bunch of players get together, get real familiar, and start talking like they're on a bar stool,
oh boy,
that's when the S's and the F's start coming out casually, just because you're just talking about some memory you had of something that happened 25 years ago or whatever. So, yeah, I'll make
like
sure.
Jeff Hammerschmidt a few weeks ago?
I'll make sure I drink plenty of coffee that day so that in case I need to, I can have the dump button ready.
There you go. There you go. Because we had Jeff Hammerschmidt. He was just dropping the S-bombs a few weeks ago when we had him on the In the Howl with Huddle.
And again, it's a natural thing. It's you get in a casual conversation, then you get animated, getting emotional, talking about, oh man, I'll never forget that 4th down stop we had, and you're getting into it. You're getting into the story, DK, and then your brain doesn't remember FCC rules and violations and stuff like that. You're just doing your thing.
Absolutely. But again, great performance by the Wildcats. Another very good performance by Noah Fafita.
How many tackles did Trey Spivey break in that first touchdown?
I had him at 3. Yeah, I had him at breaking
broke three
tackles.
and ran away from 2 others
and ran
after
away from
that,
2
right?
guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, let's I didn't play that one. Let's hear that play by Trey Smythe.
Go near side, screen set up there over the 45 to midfield, breaking a tackle to the 45, still loose at the 40, cuts to midfield, Spivey in the open to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Arizona. Trey Spivey breaking tackles left and right, reminiscent of his opening touchdown at Houston, and gives the Wildcats a 6-0 lead right out of the gate.
Yeah, Trey Spivey.
Highlight reel play.
Yeah, Trey Spivey, who has been a red zone threat in last 2 games, has turned himself into an in the middle of the field threat for this team, getting balls and running away from guys, which has added to his value, I think, as a wide receiver. It was the only catch he got. I'd like to see him get a few more. But he did drop one, so that was he did have an opportunity to get a second, and that was a beautiful play there. That was a 3rd down play, and Noah was kind of scrambling and one of those turnaround backup type of deals that Noah has a tendency to do, and he found Trey open down the field, and Trey tried to do a little bit of a sliding catch and couldn't hold on to it, but got to get that guy involved. Got to get Trey Spivey involved because he's got 11 touches and 7 touchdowns this season. That is an unbelievable number for that guy.
Breaking tackles is one thing, but DK, running away from DBs is something that Coach Prime did not like watching from the sidelines because that's not something that ever happened to him, right? And so what do you think about him not having the players available? Now, the reasoning being he didn't want the press to talk to his assistants or his players because he wanted all the smoke himself.
Yeah, he wanted all the smoke. I think let me because I posted that on our Twitter page here. Let me go pull that up because that was a good cut by Mr. Deion Sanders after the game on Saturday when he basically, like you said, did not make anybody available. Here's Deion after the game.
14 penalties, 5 turnovers, total tale. Nope. No one will be available tonight. It's on me. Don't attack the coordinators. Come at me. Don't attack the players. Come at me. This is me. This has nothing to do with none of them. It has everything to do with me. Let's go.
You kind of said you were dumbfounded. How did that happen? When you look at today, how did tonight happen?
I have no idea. If I knew, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. So me. Straight out on me.
Coach Brian Howell, bullet of the camera. When you say it's on you, what do you think is happening with this team that you guys
We're not
beating
executing.
Iowa State?
We're not executing. We're not getting it done, and that's from lack of preparation, I suppose. That's on me.
Do you think this team's checked out?
No, sir. I know this team personally. I know this team intimately. I know a multitude of the players. They hadn't done that. I know when a player quits. I know a quitter when I see one. Hadn't seen that. 14.
All right, well, there you go. That was Deion after the ball game. Well, good to hear that he does not think his team has quit on him because that would be bad. But, yeah, they just did not. There were a lot of mistakes, miscommunications, quarterback and receivers that led to a couple of those interceptions for the Arizona Wildcats that they were able to get. Just not a good performance by the Buffaloes, and the Wildcats took full advantage of that the other night. Noah Fafita, 4 touchdown passes. Once again, and again, I tweeted it out today. The thing that stands out to me right now about the improvement for the passing offense is the timing. The timing is so key, and to me, and that was one of the things that was not very crisp earlier in the year. And I talked about how Noah's missing guys. He's throwing behind guys. He's throwing over guys, and the timing in the last 5 weeks has gotten so much better between Noah and these receivers. And, it was going to take that time because it's a new system. They were still trying to figure it out. It was a work in progress between him and this offensive coordinator. But they seem to have gotten that timing down because that's the big thing I'm seeing the last, I'd go back 4 games since that game at Iowa State, is that he's hitting guys in the passing zone. He's hitting those guys in the passing zone, in the catch zone, I like to call, where they can, the throw may not always be there, but it's not behind the receiver. It might be low at times, but it's in the catch zone low. Might be a little bit above them, but they can go up and get it. Might be in front of them, but it's forward momentum going forward. And if they can grab it, then they got an opportunity to make big plays. And that's what we're seeing from this offense. The timing, to me, is the biggest improvement I'm seeing from this pass offense right now.
And again, for the last 9 years prior to this one, Noah Fafita has had some guy named T-Mac high-pointing balls as a comfort blanket, safety net, right? Like he would always knew that he could find T-Mac from 8th grade. They play together in high school,
right?
Last few years at the U of A. So the struggles this year, DK, obviously Seth Daigie's new offense, the timing is so important for that, especially running quick like that. But I think it's also him adjusting to playing with new receivers and T-Mac not being out there, just because that was always in the back of his mind, had to always be in the back of his mind. When we saw plays break down, he would always look for T-Mac. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm also not surprised that they went up and did Colorado dirty like that in Boulder because, guys, they just lost 2 games on the last play of the game.
Yeah.
Back-to-back weeks against good teams, BYU, Houston, good teams. So you're talking about an Arizona team going into the homecoming in Boulder, Colorado versus a struggling Colorado team and hungry to get over that hump. That's why they put them away so early because guess what? They had second quarter leads over both Houston and BYU early, but they never stretched it out to 10, never stretched it out to 14. They let the other teams back in it. So you could tell the fundamentals that Coach Brennan and everybody else have been working on the last couple of weeks showed. And they really took it to Colorado and didn't let them back in the game. And that's really sad for Colorado fans. They thought they were going to be a college football playoff team perennially after the last few years, right? Like that's the way the fans in Boulder are thinking. Arizona just wanted to get right after losing back-to-back games in the last play of the game.
Well, and that's the thing. This era that we're of college football that we're in right now, you don't know. You don't know any. I don't think we know anything from year to year anymore. I don't even know if you can say that. And that's an issue. It's like, can we look at these teams and say, yeah, I feel good about this team moving forward because, what you're looking at this year might not even be what you're looking at last year or next year. I mean, think about it from the standpoint, again, we can talk about Colorado. They came in here last year and had a really good team, beat Arizona by, 4 touchdowns or something of that nature? And then this year you go there and you beat them by 4+ touchdowns. 2 years ago, Arizona went to Tempe and blew the doors off of Arizona State. Last year, they came in here and blew the doors off you. I mean, you don't know from year to year what it's going to be. Cameron Barmore is emerging as a really good tight end for this team, and we got 4 games left with him. It's like, man, it's like, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. I mean, before I even get a chance to know your name, you're going to be walking out the door. So you just don't know from year to year what these teams are going to be.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys, didn't they have like 21 consecutive winning seasons?
Yeah.
And they're 1-8.
Absolutely.
After going winless last year. So
crazy stuff. I mean, we mentioned it, I think, a few weeks ago when we said, who in what world did you think that Vanderbilt would host game day and Indiana would win by 50 points on the same weekend? I mean, that's college football where we are right now.
NIL, man.
Exactly. So buckle up, get to know them, get to know guys like Ishmael Mahdi and Cameron Barmore quickly, because again, you might allow these guys. You're only going to have 1 season with them. That's just kind of the way that this thing is going to go.
Indiana got 11 first place votes this week. Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss got 0.
Imagine that.
What world are we living in?
What world are we living in? Exactly. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's chat with, if I can figure out which camera. There we go. Let's chat with Cricket. Cricket is here with us right now. Cricket, did you ever see the movie Stripes?
I don't know.
Okay, Stripes. It was like an army movie. Bill, who was it?
Bill Murray and Harold Ramis.
Murray, thank you. Bill Murray and Harold Ramis, and we're in it, and they played just these. They joined the army, and
They played losers.
Yeah, exactly.
Who had nowhere to go. And I've seen Stripes 650 times.
Great movie.
So is it a comedy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's this scene where they're told to protect this mega assault vehicle.
RV.
Yeah, it's an RV that they're charged to protect. And the general, the lower general lieutenant who charges them to protect the vehicle, he's on a date and he's taking his date to see this vehicle, like this assault vehicle. And he walks into the warehouse where they've got the vehicle, and he opens the door and the vehicle's gone.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's how I kind of felt Saturday when I got here. I'm like, wait, and he says,
"Oh, we're going there. Oh, we're going there. Oh, of course."
And
of
he
course
walks
we
in
are.
and he goes, "Where the F's my truck?"
Hey, listen, there was no event scheduled.
I got here Saturday and my truck is gone, and I see Cricket's car sitting over there, and I was like, well, maybe Cricket couldn't have my truck. Could she have my truck?
She's just repping the station,
Did you take my truck to a party?
No, I didn't take your vehicle to a party. No, I was moving my mom's stuff.
Oh, you guys moved this weekend?
Yeah, like I was moving my mom's stuff. And
there you go.
Our promotions team, our
Kenny
supervisors.
Kenny won't spring a U-Haul for you?
No, I don't make enough money to rent a U-Haul, so I was like,
gosh.
hey, maybe I can save a little bit of money and use a station vehicle.
Okay.
And I'm sorry I had your vehicle. I'm
That's
sorry
okay.
I had your truck.
That's all right.
But
so I felt like the guy in Stripes where he walks in and he's like, it's a really funny scene. He's like, oh, where my truck? And he runs
my
out,
truck?
and he runs out, and the guy, the guard, he's like, where's my truck? And he goes, well, two of the guys took it to get it washed. And he like grabs the guy by the street and he goes, took it to get it washed?
You know where they went? They went to Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, they went to Czechoslovakia.
I did not go to Czechoslovakia.
I didn't think so.
Put that on the list of things. Cricket's got to see Stripes. We gotta get her to see Stripes. It's
I told this, but
really funny movie.
We had a VHS library back in the day in the 80s, and I got to choose when I came to stay with my dad on weekends or whatever, and I chose Stripes a lot because
Oh, is your thing?
there was some semi-nudity, and that generally was why
so
you would pick a movie like that at the time.
Some ladies in there? Okay.
There was a couple of scenes.
There were some cute girls in that movie.
But it's a very funny
for
movie.
sure.
I think
one
Harold
of them died
Ramis is one of the better, directors. He did Groundhog's Day and Ghostbusters. Those movies are his.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Funny stuff, Bill Murray. All right. We love you, Cricket, though. You can take my truck anytime. Just let me know.
Well, I let our promotions team know. I asked them, I was like, hey, can I borrow this? Sure. Absolutely. There's no event, no game, no nothing going
All right,
on.
well, I guess I got to let them know when I'm doing stuff then. That's my fault. All right. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes. Oh, well, we'll push that thing back to next hour. We'll bring you back next hour because you got something for the people.
So later? You want to hold off on that?
We'll do that in the 5 o'clock hour.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Cricket's getting you home every 20 minutes because the truck thing got a little bit longer than I thought it would.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions that are reported Columbus near Glen on Columbus south of Glen. Also crashed Grant Road near Swan on Grant to the east of Swan. Weather-wise, 57 the overnight low, sunny, 87 tomorrow and 86 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Never wait to see your family doctor again. At My Doctor Now, you don't need to take time off work or even schedule ahead. Open 7 days a week. It's your family doctor available same day, every day, guaranteed. Go to My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership. Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, good fellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
JT Auto, where their customers are family. Stop by their newest East Side location, conveniently located at 6947 East 22nd, just west of Cole. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guarantee, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where their customers are family. 372-7704. That's 372-7704 or jtautoaz.com.
You're the best divorce lawyers in town.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
I tell my clients every day, marriage is just a trap. Let's light it on fire.
Showtime, ladies.
Starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash Betts, Tiana Taylor with Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close.
God, I love my job.
Hulu original series, All's Fair. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
What's up, guys? David Pollack here, former Georgia Bulldog, former analyst with College Game Day, and host of my new show, See Ball, Get Ball. I'm a defensive lineman. That's why that's the name. You see the ball, you go get it. We're going to dive deep into college football. We're going to break down film. We'll have bold takes, real conversations with the biggest names in the sport every single week. If you eat, sleep, and breathe college football like I do, man, I promise you, See Ball, Get Ball is for you. So do me a favor, follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Homecoming is right around the corner, and the Kansas Jayhawks are in town for a 1:30 kickoff, Arizona Stadium, Saturday, November 8th on Military Appreciation Day. Come celebrate homecoming on campus all day alongside 50,000 of your closest friends. It all starts with the electric tailgate scene starting at 7:30 in the morning, then on to the high-flying action on the field. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287 or by visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/FB.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Cookie wants to be a professional wrestler.
I'm Cookie Serratos and I'm 11 years old.
She also wants to win all the medals. That's why Cookie and her family make every day count, squeezing out her best with Go-Go Squeeze.
Okay, Cookie, let's break for a Go-Go Squeeze.
Go-Go Squeeze Fruit on the Go pouches are a nutritious snack made from 100% fruit with no sugar added.
Go, Cookie!
Because when you nurture your kids, you squeeze out the best in them. Squeeze out the best with Go-Go Squeeze. Not a low-calorie food. Products range from 11 to 13 grams of sugar and 60 to 70 calories per serving.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's new?
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio.
All the Scratch and Dent merchandise has its own new studio.
There were so many Scratch and Dent discounted items. Now they have a place of their own.
I love it. A whole Scratch and Dent studio right next to Tucson Appliance. They don't look like Scratch and Dent,
but it shows in the low prices.
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. Proud local supporters of the Southern Arizona Heart Ball. Only at Tucson Appliance where you are a priority.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's talk some Arizona Wildcats basketball with one of our Arizona insiders. His name is Saul Bookman.
Bear down, Wildcats fans. Wildcats Radio 1290 is proud to bring you all of the basketball insights from our Arizona insiders. Our Arizona insiders are brought to you by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics.
And he was in Las Vegas last night for the 93-87 Arizona win over Florida. Saul, are you still in Vegas or are you back in the Valley now?
No, I'm definitely back in the Valley now.
There you go. What were your top takeaways? Obviously, Koa Pete has the entire country talking about his performance and what he did and what happened last night in Las Vegas. Just his ability to score in the paint was the big thing that stood out to me, just to be able to break down guys one-on-one and get his baskets. That was, I thought, the big part of his game that really stood out to me. What did you like about what he was able to do last night?
Well, it was a very non-traditional kind of back to the basket kind of way, a little bit of a semi-fadeaway, which I really enjoyed watching. We didn't see much of that in the exhibition, and I feel like he kind of rope-a-doped us in the exhibition. And I definitely thought going into the game that Braden Burries was a little bit more prepared for game one than Koa, but I should have known better because I've watched Koa play several times, and I should have known that when it comes to the real game, he was going to be ready. And, man, my biggest takeaway is that he just dominated the best front court in America. There wasn't a single guy out there that could stop Koa Pete. And Koa is just now starting to really get into his bag in terms of his skill sets. And when teams start to try and take something away, he just strikes me as the type of cerebral player that's going to be able to adapt and find something else that's going to work for him specifically. So, it was just fantastic. In addition to that, honestly, my two other biggest takeaways were Jaden Bradley. I call it the disrespect tour because it is going to happen, and he is going to make people realize how foolish it was to leave one of the best guards in America off of the Cousy Awards list, the preseason Big 12 conference list, like you name it, goes on, and Karchenkov. Karchenkov was just a real stable presence out there. I came away very impressed with him. Tommy talked about it in the postgame presser about, just how impressive he was and how calm, and the moment was never going to be bigger than him, and it showed.
Why do you think Jaden is not getting the respect nationally? I mean, one of the things I think it is he's not a very loud kid. He's very quiet and reserved. He just goes about his business. He's not a flashy player. How much of that plays into that? What do you think? Just the numbers maybe aren't what people want to see when they look at numbers for point guards. Or what's playing into the fact that people just haven't given him the respect as one of the better point guards, if not one of the best point guards in the country?
Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit of all that. Listen, he gets to Arizona at the same time Caleb Love gets to Arizona, so all the spotlight is on Caleb Love and what's Caleb Love not doing or what is he doing. And Jaden Bradley just quietly goes about his business. He does exactly what he needs to do every single game, defensively, offensively, doesn't matter. And yeah, his stats aren't going to blow you away. And matter of fact, he had a kind of a down year from three last year. And as a guard, the three is a big deal. And I think this year you're going to see that he's going to step that part of his game up significantly. But the thing that people just do not realize is that he is in the most, I mean, it's really hard to say. It's in the most non-threatening way. He gets the job done at the rim better than just about any guard in the country. He doesn't need to kill or cross you over. He doesn't need to do some crazy spin move to get to the rack. He's not going to overpower you with his athleticism, but what he is going to do is he's going to get it done. He's going to find a way to get that ball in the hoop, whether it's throwing his body and kind of angling himself away from the tall defenders, or just being more physical at the rim. He just finds a way to get it done, and he exposes what you are weak on defense. every single time when there was a mismatch, I forget the guard's name, number 7 for Florida, but every single time Jaden Bradley saw him matched up on him, I swear he was licking his lips. He knew he was going to get that shot at the elbow, and it was barbecue chicken all day. So, that's exactly what you want to see from one of the best players in America. I'm not even going to say point guard because I legitimately feel like Jaden Bradley is one of the best players in America.
We're chatting with Saul Bookman, All City Network, PHNX. He is your Arizona Insider today, brought to you by Modelo. Modelo is brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo is an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Going back to Jaden for just a second, I mean, how long have we been waiting, Saul, for a point guard that attacks the basket? I mean, I said last night on the show, I was like, man, I can remember 2 years ago screaming for Kylan Boswell to go to the hoop, to get to the line, and Jaden's the kind of guy that can get to the line 10 times, which we saw last night. I love that aspect of his game, and he's taller. He's obviously probably one of the more taller point guards that we've had here. I mean, I've been here 17 years now, and I'm thinking of guys like Parker Jackson Cartwright and Nick Wise and Kylan and Kerr, all guys that weren't very tall. He brings that element to the table. I mean, you've been watching this program for a long time. Does he remind you of another taller style point guard that's played in this program?
I mean, the closest one I can possibly think of, just because of the way they run up and down the court and stylistically, is probably Jason Terry. Jason Terry, though, was way more offensively minded than Jaden. Jaden is going to be a team guy no matter what. Whatever is deficient with the team, he's going to try and rectify that. So if that means getting everybody else more involved, then he'll do it defensively, offensively. I think that they're very similar in terms of their caliber. I think Jason Terry was a little bit more polished on the offensive side, especially from the perimeter. But make no mistake about it, if Jaden Bradley needs to take over a game, he's going to take over a game. And I think that's the thing that everybody misses is can you, when it comes down into the clutch moments, can you take over a game? And I think last year, Jaden probably learned a few lessons in terms of deferring a little too much down the stretch. And this year, I just don't see that being the case because he has more potent and more reliable, consistent weapons around him now than he did last year.
Tommy Lloyd might have a little bit of a problem because I don't think this was exactly the starting lineup that a lot of people thought he was going to throw out there last night, bringing Toby Awaka and Anthony Delorso, two guys that are veterans on this team, off the bench. One of the things we talked about is obviously Toby is such a banger. It might be more difficult for him to play off the bench because sometimes the game is kind of set early on by the officials. Do you think that's going to work long time with Toby Awaka maybe not being a member of the starting lineup?
Oh yeah, no, I have zero concerns about that whatsoever. I think Toby's going to be just fine. He's going to get his minutes. Whether it's a too big lineup, I could even see them potentially flirting with a little bit of what Florida was trying to do last night with their three big lineup and have Koa and Tobe and Krivas all in the lineup at the same time. I could easily see a scenario like that. That's the thing about this group is that they have got a lot of positional versatility, and I really enjoy it. Toby's going to be just fine, without a doubt.
We're chatting with Saul Bookman, All City Network, PHNX. He is your Arizona Insider for today, brought to you by Modelo. Modelo is brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. So you and I were kind of thinking along the same lines. I thought Braden Burridge, especially based just off what I saw in camp or in the exhibitions, was maybe a little bit further along than Koa Pete. Got into some early foul trouble, maybe grabbing a little bit too much. He'll have to work on that as freshmen tend to do. But the one thing I saw in the exhibition in the red-blue game is that I think this is a young man that can score Saul at all three levels. I mean, he shot the three in the red-blue game. He showed a really nice touch on his mid-range, I thought, in the game against St. Mary's. And then he was aggressive to the basket in the game against Embry-Riddle. Do you see that in him, that he can be a guy that can score from multiple places on the floor for this team moving forward?
I do. The perimeter, I still have a question mark about, but I do think that he can be a threat out there. I just think that last night, man, it was just rough. You could tell the nerves were there to start, and then he picks up the 2 quick fouls, so he can never get into the rhythm of the game whatsoever. But what I did like, and if you go back and watch the early part of that game, what I did like was Braden Burries being out there alleviates a lot of pressure on Jaden Bradley through the duration of the season, and we saw that yesterday as well, because he's able to bring the ball up. And there was plenty of times at the beginning of the game where a rebound or even straight out of the net, the ball went to Burries to bring up, and Jaden was already down the other end of the court. Those are the small little subtle things that need to alleviate pressure from your star point guard, especially when you're talking about Jaden Bradley playing 36 to 38 minutes a game, which he basically did all of last season. And Braden Burries can do that. He can handle the ball. He can take a lot of that pressure off. And once he gets into a rhythm, which I fully expect to happen, probably the next big-time game they have next week against UCLA, I could see a role for Braden Burries to kind of finally get into that groove and really make his mark. So it'll come. I know he would have preferred it to happen last night.
We're talking with Saul Bookman from All City Network. He was in Las Vegas. What was the vibe like in Vegas? Obviously, it's always been a place where Wildcat fans have grown to love and going to see their basketball team. Very similar vibes to what we've seen before when the Wildcats are in town.
I think the BYU factor kind of threw a wrench into it a little bit, because there was a lot of BYU fans there too. And I think there was a portion of BYU fans that were cheering for us and a portion that were cheering against us because you either love Arizona, you love the conference, or you hate Arizona. But it was a great environment. I felt like I was in, it was back to the Pac-12 tournament days where it was just, raucous. It was energetic. And man, it felt like a tournament game last night. I'll tell you what, for it to be game number one, you'll appreciate this being a USC grad yourself. I can't get the image out of my head of Magic Johnson celebrating like crazy in his very first game in the NBA when Kareem hit a hook shot at the buzzer to beat the Clippers, and Kareem telling Magic, dude, this is game one. You can't be this high already. That's how I felt last night after that game. I was just like, oh my gosh, man, we can't be on this level already. It's only November 3rd, and we still got 4 months left to go.
Oh my God. I just say it reminds me of last year. It just seemed like there were times I felt like I had played games after some of those Big 12 contests. I'm like, man, this is like a battle every single night in this league.
It really is.
It's fun.
It really is. But man, isn't it great though?
Yeah.
Like it's just, oh man, it's a far cry from where we were. I'll tell you what.
There's no question about that. No question about that. Saul, hey, always appreciate you. What's the latest with everything with All City? You guys in any new markets now, or what's happening?
No new markets, but we got one potentially coming up at the beginning of next year.
Are you guys in Cleveland yet? Are you in Cleveland yet?
No comment. No comment.
I've been hearing rumors forever about All City getting into Cleveland. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll wait and see if that's maybe one of the new markets coming up. I might be ready to go home, so I might be giving you a call at some point. You never know. Saul, hey, I appreciate it. We'll look forward to talking to you again later on this season.
Anytime, DK.
Saul Bookman, All City Network, PHNX.
Nobody brings you the inside scoop on your Arizona Wildcats like we do. Today's Arizona Insiders are brought to you by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics.
And Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions reported Pantano and 22nd Street and Pantano. Also crash on Grant Road near Swan on Grant to the east of Swan. 57 the overnight low, sunny, 87 tomorrow and 86 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's new?
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio.
All the Scratch and Dent merchandise has its own new studio.
There were so many Scratch and Dent discounted items. Now they have a place of their own.
I love it. A whole Scratch and Dent studio right next to Tucson Appliance. They don't look like Scratch and Dent,
but it shows in the low prices.
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. Proud local supporters of the Southern Arizona Harpball. Only at Tucson Appliance where you are a priority.
Question: why would you shop anywhere else for your favorite tobacco products if you can save up to 40% at Tobacco Barn?
I don't know.
Why? If you can save by paying no state sales tax and no city sales tax because Tobacco Barn is on the reservation.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to say.
Plus, save an additional $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
I don't know how I missed that before.
What is happening? When you shop at Tobacco Barn, save up to 40%. That's 40% off your favorite tobacco products. You won't pay any state sales tax or pay any city sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Just our way of saying thank you for your business. Shopping anywhere else is kind of crazy.
I love it! I love it! I love it! Come on, Jerry. It's time to go back to your cell now.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Be with us in the 5 o'clock hour. Cricket's got something for you. I've got something for you right now, though. How about a sweet, well, not right now, but I'm going to tell you about something I got coming up for you later in the week. How about a sweet deal to Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill? You can get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. That's $50 to spend at Rusty's for just $25. This sweet deal goes in effect on sale Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Wildcats Radio 1290. Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill celebrating their 25th anniversary for the entire month of November. Located on the west side, Grant and Silverbell. Their beer of the month is Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Rusty's carries a large selection of bottled beers. They got draft beer, wine, cocktails. It's your go-to spot to watch all your favorite teams. 45 TVs at Rusty's. You can enjoy an elevated menu that includes delicious wings, burgers, bistro medallions, much more. Check them out, rustystucson.com. And again, a sweet deal, $50 gift certificate for just $25. And that goes on sale Friday morning, 8:30, Wildcats Radio, 1290.com. All right, Arizona this weekend, homecoming, will take on the Kansas Jayhawks. That's a 1:30 kickoff at the stadium. So yesterday, we found out our fate for Cincinnati, which was exactly what I expected that it was going to be for the Wildcats game the following week on the road in the Eastern time zone. We'll remember a few weeks ago, we got a Central time zone 10 a.m. kick. A 9 a.m. kick, 11 o'clock Central time kick in Houston, which facilitated us having a 4:30 a.m. pregame show. And I had always said I thought Cincinnati was going to be the first early one that we would get, and we did, in fact, get that, as that'll be a 10 a.m. Tucson time kick a week from Saturday, noon Eastern time in Cincinnati, which means Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day is going to begin at 5:30 in the morning. But that's not the fun part. The fun part, if you are paying attention to your schedule, is the fact that Arizona basketball will play a game against UCLA in Los Angeles the night before on Friday, a game that will not tip until 8 o'clock Tucson time because, of course, we're on different time now from Los Angeles, so they are an hour in back of us. So that's a 7 o'clock tip-off in Los Angeles at the Intuit Dome, where the Clippers call home. And that's going to mean that we might not get off the air until 2 in the morning after that game, and we've got to turn around and be back on the air at 5:30 in the morning. That is going to be a very interesting 24-hour period. J-Dub, I know you're already looking forward to it.
I mean, this will be my 50th time I've done this. You know, like be out of here at 2 a.m. and come back at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. So, yeah, I mean, it's just part of the job. This transition in between football being halfway, 3/4 of the way through, 2/3 of the way through the season, and basketball just tipping off. And it's a little awkward because of the Big 12 schedule as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Absolutely.
changed things for us. Thursday, Saturday was a little bit cleaner, but the odd days, Friday, Monday games and all that, we got to get used to that as well. But hey, just got to bring more. I got keys to Bill Kyle's office, and he's got the most comfortable couch in this whole building.
Oh,
so
it's more comfortable than the one over there by where Riley
far
is?
more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm the only one with the keys to that
All
office.
right,
So
well,
if you ever
you'll
need
be
in there,
you'll be sleeping
for a
over
nap,
there, and
just
I'll
let
be
me know.
taking a nap in Riley's area.
I
there.
live 10 minutes away, so it's like I'm sure I'll go home for a quick 2-hour nap and come back.
Okay. All right. My wife said just stay there and sleep there, so I'll figure that out. I live about 20 minutes away, so I don't know if I'm going to want to drive and have to come back. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. Going to be fun next week with the UCLA game because that's the big rival for Arizona basketball, and then, of course, the game at Cincinnati. And hopefully we'll be bowl eligible, and we can just start to build some momentum towards the end of the season. November is all about winning. That's when you want to start winning. And the Wildcats at least accomplished that in week 1, getting the victory over at Colorado. Noah Fafita, the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week for his 4-touchdown performance against the Buffalo.
Did he set the record for completion percentage the week before?
Yeah. I mean, he's killing it right now. He's killing it right there. There was a commenter on Twitter who tweeted me on Saturday and asked me if I still thought that Braden Locke, after his not so good performance, was still better than Noah Fafita, which was a ridiculous comment because I never said that.
Nor would you.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
You can pose a question like, what if this? But, I mean, the proven entity, Noah's been on the field 3 years. He's setting records. He's going to be the all-time leading touchdown tosser for Arizona Wildcat history. So, no.
I had to remind this young lady that what I said is that Braden Locke should have gotten and did eventually get first-team reps in fall camp because everybody that has a chance to start or has a chance to play at a high level should get first-team reps in fall camp. All the running backs got first-team reps. Most of the wide receivers, pretty much everybody in the two deep on the offensive line. I mean, if I'm a coach, and I got 10 reps to give out, I'm going to give 8 to my starter and 2 to my backup. That's just the way that works. Apparently, there are people out there that don't believe that should be the case. And if that's the case, then we can agree to disagree because I think everybody that's in line to play potentially, especially your backup quarterback, because we've seen how many times as the backup quarterback, Colorado played 4 guys on Saturday in that game. So, absolutely, I'll stand by the fact that I thought that Braden Locke should have gotten first-team reps. And, again, eventually he did. I asked Brent Brennan about it during fall camp, and a week later, Braden Locke got first-team reps in the Red Zone series.
Have you seen this week's rankings?
For football?
Yeah.
I have not.
So BYU comes in at number 8, and Texas Tech at number 9, which means that this Saturday will be a top 10 Big 12 matchup in the conference. And the SEC and Big 10 have kind of been hoarding all of the top 10 rankings. So great to see an in-conference top 10 matchup between two really good teams.
Looking forward to that for sure. Looking forward to that coming up this weekend.
Leave the tortillas at home, people.
Yeah, I think they've banned those, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they banned them 4 years ago, but they came back and they banned them again. They came back.
Number 9, Texas Tech is 5-1. Their lone loss at Arizona State. BYU is undefeated at 5-0, and so we'll see who's left standing after this Saturday. That'll be an early game, so that game will be probably over just as our game is beginning here in Tucson. It kicks at 10 a.m. over on the ABC network. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's, we'll get, I do want to get you it was a big win on Sunday for the Carolina Panthers. Let's hear the highlights first. Let's hear the highlights from Carolina's upset win on the road in Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers.
Dowdle, the lone setback. Tossed to Dowdle up the middle. He's got the 5, pushing forward, corkscrews into the end zone for a touchdown. Play action pass. Love takes a shot deep downfield into triple coverage. It's intercepted by Merrick. He gets up at the 27, has the 30, near side 40, stiff arm 45, across midfield and out of bounds across the Green Bay 40-yard line. Here's the snap, the give to Dowdle, up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. High snap, the handoff to Dowdle, up the middle, he's got a hole. He's got the 40, 35 to the 30-yard line. Timeout, Carolina, with 38 seconds to go. They are now in field goal range. It's going to be tough with the wind. Jansen the snap, Martin the hold, Fitzgerald drives the leg. The kick is up, it is good! Ryan Fitzgerald delivers, and Carolina silences Lambeau Field.
Who had the 2-touchdown underdog Carolina Panthers winning on the road at Green Bay, a place the Packers had not lost all season? 16-13, the final on a windy day at Lambeau Field. Let's first hear from Ryan Fitzgerald. So this was interesting. They at the coin toss, the Panthers won the coin toss and took the ball so that they would have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter, which obviously aided Ryan Fitzgerald in making that game-winning field goal. Ryan was asked after the game if he had any say in that early pregame decision.
No, I didn't really think that through. It's still new experiences for me, and so for them to plan it out the way they did, so where the wind would be at my back in the fourth quarter was huge.
Just how much of an impact was that wind? It was tough for us to tell from the press box, but it sounded like it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, gusts were up to over 30 miles an hour, and definitely the way that stadium's built, it hides it a little bit going towards our tunnel, but going away from it was straight into the face, and so I thought we, for the most part, handled the wind really well all day.
Ryan Fitzgerald, the rookie out of Florida State in his first season. Tetero McMillan, the number one pick for the Carolina Panthers, 4 catches, 46 yards, made a couple of really nice 50-50 grabs in that game. He led the Panthers in receptions. They didn't throw the ball a whole lot. There was only 20 throws all game by Bryce Young, who, I mean, because you got a guy named Rico Dowdle, and he's been one of the best running backs in the league this year. 25 carries, 130 yards. You heard the 2 touchdowns that Rico scored. After the ball game, Rico Dowdle asked when he knew it was going to be a good day to run the football in Green Bay.
I think early on, my first run, it was like a duo. I went for like 8 yards. It's usually the same situation. When you get that first one and the feeling, and like I said, it just comes with trust and confidence. Those guys, we'll be able to do it anytime with the guys we have up front. Guys stepping in, making plays, so just got to have the confidence and trust in them.
What did you see on the 19-yard run that led to the game-winning field goal?
I think it was a 34 watch sift. Bryce did a little dummy cadence, came to me, make it look like it was a pass play, and the guys flowed left, and I just kept it front side and opened up.
There you go. 4 wins in 5 games for the Carolina Panthers, back over 500 at 5-4, second place in the NFC South, about a game and a half behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 6-2, and they'll get the Saints at home this Sunday, a game you'll hear right here on Wildcats Radio 1290 with coverage beginning at 10 a.m. We are your official Southern Arizona home of the Carolina Panthers. Tetero McMillan out of University of Arizona, Lathan Ransom out of South Point Catholic High School. T-Mac right now 15th in yards receptions or yards caught from scrimmage on the season in the National Football League. So pretty good numbers for the rookie so far, and through, what are we at, 9 games into the
He's
season.
got more receiving yards than Tay-Tay's fiance.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, that's not real surprising.
Yeah, he's like 100, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's getting up there.
He's getting up there for sure. All right, DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290. We'll talk about, when we come back, we're going to talk about the World Series, because that just an unbelievable. We haven't had a chance. Again, this is our first show of the week, so we'll talk about the World Series and what happens Saturday night when we come back. Also, we'll break down Arizona football with Glenn Howell coming up in the next hour as well. It is DK on the Sports Tip. You are listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Crash reported INA and I-10 reported on INA at I-10. Also backups on southbound La Cholla at Ajo. More slowing at Mission and Ajo for southbound and westbound travel. 57 the overnight low, sunny, and 87 tomorrow and 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
A Lambeau leap forward. Simon A. Schroff with this Panthers update.
Charlotte's momentum has a name. UNC Charlotte, 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
Carolina put its stamp on a signature win Sunday by knocking off the NFC-leading Packers in Green Bay. Carolina head coach Dave Canales.
I just kept thinking about with the group, every game is a championship opportunity. And especially when you come here to this place with the fans, with an excellent team, it was going to require the best of our football. And yes, there are things that we need to improve upon. We certainly, gave up some opportunities in some spots, but to continue to play football, that's the way it should be done, is you just keep coming out with toughness, keep finding the run game, the balance of the pass, defensively, 1 for 5 in the red zone. Unbelievable. to give us a chance to be in that game and walk off with a kick.
The most impressive part, Carolina did it with a patchwork offensive line that had a number of missing pieces, including some in-game.
Unbelievable. Really, get to talk about Josh Nyman and Jake Curhan stepping in there with the guys that we trust, guys that we count on. It's great process, it's great training, but for those guys to work together, it speaks to the leadership of the group. Give us an opportunity to stay balanced with what we were doing with the run game and the pass game.
I'm Anish Shroff on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte, built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte. UNC Charlotte.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hello, everybody. Gary, why are you wearing a... Hold on, Ron. Every time Gary walks in here wearing some goofy costume, you always say, Gary, why are you wearing that? Yeah, but... And then it turns into some long-winded story about Alaskifications. Yeah, but... Then Gary says something ridiculous. Yeah, but... And you agree that an Alaskification before winter is the best way to prepare for cold weather. Yeah, but... And how Alaskan AC guarantees no breakdowns. Yeah, but... And all it does is encourage Gary to walk around wearing a stupid-looking ski mask that no person in his right mind would get caught dead wearing. Yeah, but he's wearing my ski mask. Keeping my head protected, just like the Alaskification protects your heater. My ski mask isn't stupid looking. Look who's wearing it. I choose to ignore that remark. Because you know another one is coming. Take off that stupid ski mask. See? And that's why you should schedule your Alaskification today. What did we accomplish here? I'm not sure, but today is a good day to Alaskify. Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Yes, it's November already. Can you believe it? The year is almost over. So if you've been waiting to do vehicle maintenance, repair, or even a new set of tires, there's great news. November is the biggest rebate time of the year. If you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through crazy road construction, Jack Furrier's has got you covered. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local's choice for savings, great service, and 14 award-winning locations. This month, you'll save big on all Michelin brand tires. Get back $160 to $220 on the tires Consumer Reporting magazines rank the very best. Like the smooth-riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2 for cars and CUVs, or the durable Defender LTX for SUVs and trucks. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care has them all, and they're all on sale with big rebates all month long. Check out jackfurriers.com for details and even more specials where you can make an appointment online, call ahead, or just stop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at iccu.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Your Arizona Cardinals are in the win column.
Cowboy 4, Cardinals first and goal. Brissett is under center with 3 tight ends. He gets the snap, he turns right, he fakes the handoff, line drive pass, end zone, caught, touchdown, 5 yards deep, right down the middle by Marvin Harrison. And why not? He has authored a terrific first half. Jacoby Brissett in the gun. The snap, a 4-man rush, winds up, throws end zone, caught, touchdown, McBride. Near side, inside the pylon. 3 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchdown pass for Brissett. Prescott gasping for air. Shotgun snap. Arizona 37 dumps it off to Williams. Quickly tackled on the near sideline. Ball jarred free. Loose. Cardinals have got it. Oh, the Cardinals have got it. Fumble Dallas. Cardinals have got it.
And the Cardinals have got a win over the Dallas Cowboys. Anything better than watching Jerry Jones squirm on Monday Night Football in front of an entire nation. 21 of 31, Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes, 261 yards. He did get sacked 5 times in the ball game. Amari DiMercado, 14 carries, 79 yards, didn't score, but didn't drop the ball before the end zone early, so that's good as well. And is Kyler Murray in trouble now that Jacoby Brissett has won a game? Look, I said that Jacoby Brissett's a veteran. He can win games in this league. He's going to do that. I don't know that he's a guy that is going to be your franchise quarterback, or that you want to be your franchise quarterback, but he's a solid NFL backup who, if you get in a pinch and you need him for 3 games like the Cardinals have needed these last 3 weeks, he can win you some of those games. Right now he's 1-2, but hey, he could have easily been 2-1 for sure if Amari hadn't had the boneheaded mistake. But I don't know that I'm gonna roll up the Jacoby Brissett for starter flagpole.
There's 4 years difference and 6 inches difference.
Yeah.
So I think DK likes the 6'4" guy. Is probably my guess.
I like the 6'4" guy. And I like the first-round pick. Walter Nolan got on the field for the first time last night. He had 4 tackles. He got his first NFL sack. He had another tackle for loss. He batted down a pass. He had a QB hit. I mean, he's stuffed all the negative categories that I love. Let's hear from Walter Nolan on his NFL debut.
All the weight, to get to this point, what was it like going out there on the field, putting on your helmet, putting your hand in the dirt, and performing like that?
It was amazing, man. It was even better that we got the dub. So for me to be able to go out there and have the performance that I did on top of the win, it was surreal.
How did you get through the last even 8 weeks, the injury, knowing that this could be at the end of the journey?
At the beginning it was kind of rough, because this was the first time in my career that I actually had a real injury and I had to miss some time. So the first couple of weeks was a little hectic, but once I just hit the ground and kept working, it started to get easier every day.
What did it feel like to get that first sack?
It was amazing. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life for sure. And for it to be on somebody like Dak, it was great.
And for Calais to say
5 sacks as well for the Arizona Cardinals defense. Young Mr. Nolan had 1. Calais Campbell had 2 sacks for the defense. He came away loving the win and impressed with the young guy, Walter Nolan III.
You spoke this week about how much this team means to you, how all your focus is on this team. How big is it to get away?
It's huge, we kind of found ourselves in the same situation we've been in all year, and they made a couple plays and got a little momentum. And I was really just impressed with my guys that we just found a way to, make a play, get the momentum back on our side, and then find a way to win the ball game. And in this business, man, it's always what have you done for me lately? We dug ourselves a big hole though, so we got a lot more work to do. But this is a good start.
what does it do for the defense and the team as a whole to see the offense go out there and get off to such a hot start?
So, I mean, it's always better to play football with a lead, and winning's a whole lot more fun, but the offense went out there and played incredible, got the game going, really got us rolling, and then, I think we just kind of fed off that, But it was really good to start the game on defense, I feel like we couldn't win a coin toss for the life of us too, but we finally won a coin toss and was able to start on defense, and they drove the ball down the field and really should have 3, but I'm glad they went forward, we were able to get a stop, and, Josh Sweat, I mean, come on, man, what he did today was crazy, man.
What did this guy right here?
Walter Nolan also, man, to have your first NFL game and go out there and do what he did, it's like, come on, man, that's incredible. Now I got to make sure his head don't get too big, you got to stay a little poised, got to keep him contained. I already told him, I said, it don't mean nothing if you don't do it again next week, You ain't got to get all the stats, but you got to dominate just like you did this week.
Spoken like a true veteran, Calais Campbell at the tail end of his career. And speaking about the rookie Walter Nolan, who played in his first NFL game. So much mileage between those two guys playing on the defensive line together. He mentioned Josh Sweat, who had also had 2 of the 5 sacks. So Calais and Josh each had 2 sacks last night. He broke up a pass to Josh Sweat and had 5 quarterback hits. So he and Calais combined for 4 sacks and a pass deflected and 8 quarterback hits last night between those two guys on the defensive line. A positive night for the Cardinals to break their 5-game losing streak. A much-needed victory.
17-year difference, DK.
Yeah.
Calais coming in at 39 and Nolan 22, first year. It's great to see him out there. I mean, that's why they got him, right? I mean, they need him to do that. They need him to be disruptive, and they've been missing that.
They have. And so next up for the Cardinals, as they have had their bye week, it's always great to have a bye week and to come back out and go on and get a road win. They've got a couple of games on the road, Dallas, and now they'll head up to Seattle. That's not going to be an easy game because obviously the Seahawks are leading the division at 6-2 right now, tied with the Rams. The Rams, Niners, Seahawks, all with 6 wins. 49ers have 3 losses, so they're a half game behind the other 2, and Cardinals sitting in the cellar right now at 3-5. So never an easy place to go up there and win in Seattle. We'll see what happens, though. The game will be on Sunday at 2:05. Then they come home for 2 games against the 49ers, another difficult one, and then the Jaguars after that, leading into a Thanksgiving weekend trip back east to Tampa Bay. So the schedule is not easy. That when you look at 3 of the next 4 opponents are 3 of the best opponents. Well, really 4 because they got to play the Rams after the Buccaneers. So 4 of the next 5 opponents have 6 or more wins on the season for the Cardinals. So they're going to find out who they are real quick this next 5 weeks leading in to mid-December. All right, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us that number. We're going to talk some football coming up here with Glenn Howe. The Wildcats won on Saturday, so we get to hand out some game balls. That's always fun when we get to hand out game balls. Suns are on the court tonight. They have won 2 in a row. How about that? Break up the Suns after losing 4 of their first 5. They've got a couple of wins in a row. And they'll play the Golden State Warriors tonight on the road. That game will tip off at 8 o'clock, obviously West Coast now, so the hour difference there. Roadrunners are 4-4-2. They're going to be home this weekend. Get your tickets. In fact, you never know. You might be getting some tickets here in a minute or two. I don't know what Cricket's got up her sleeve or in her bulging pockets over there, but that's a possibility as well for you. And also, you've got Arizona Volleyball is going to be home twice this week. They've got a game, huge game, coming off a upset of number 13 TCU at home last Saturday, 3-0 for the ladies, and then they'll play BYU. I'm sorry, last Friday they beat TCU. They'll play BYU at home on tomorrow night, and they've got another match at home coming up against Texas Tech on Friday night. So two second and third games of a 3-match homestand for Arizona Volleyball this week as well.
Triathlon Friday?
Yes. Well, Saturday. Saturday up in Tempe will be triathlon.
Repeat championships.
Looking to repeat as champions. Indeed. All right. Cricket is back with us. What do you got, Cricket? What do you got? You got something. I saw you kind of waddling in here with your pockets bulging. So what do you got for the people today?
Excuse me, the Tucson Roadrunners back home this weekend, taking on Coachella Valley at the Tucson Arena. Yeah. Got 4 tickets to Friday night's game right now. Caller 1-520-848-1290. Caller 1-520-848-1290. Roadrunners are 500 so far on the season, and they need your help to start stacking up some home wins, or the WS, is like I like to say.
You mean W's? Is that what you're trying to say
Yes.
there? W's, stacking W's?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's correct. You can see, excuse me again, I'm sorry, my voice is cracking. You can see Cameron Hebick and Austin Pogansky.
There you go.
Pogansky.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And the rest of the fellows for 2 nights this week. But these tickets are for Friday night. So jump on the horn right now. Grab them while you can grab them, I guess.
Grab them.
I'm
Grab
cricket
'em.
with your tickets, 520-848-1290.
There
Good
you
luck.
go. All right. She's stacking W's over there. It's cricket.
Yes, sir. My WS.
What was your biggest W this past weekend? Was that getting the move accomplished?
No, it's
No?
nothing's fully accomplished.
Nothing's fully accomplished?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone took your vehicle, by the way, this afternoon.
Yeah. Who's got? This afternoon?
Yeah.
Somebody took my truck again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Your
you
truck's
guys are
gone.
just
Sorry.
Brennan, man.
So what's the deal with this? What's the deal with your? So I saw that dog this over the weekend, and I thought, I was like, I said, because my wife was here, and I said to her, that doesn't look like one of the normal coyotes. That looks like a regular dog. So that was a regular dog that was back there.
Yeah, it was like serendipitous. It was only because I borrowed your vehicle. I borrowed your truck, and I parked.
That you saw the dog?
I parked, of course, where the vehicle goes. If I didn't borrow that vehicle, I wouldn't have seen her.
Oh yeah,
and she's a little tiny min pin.
She's been. I actually had seen her several times last week.
And that's what our coworker Earn Dollars.
Yeah, Earn Dollars.
He's like, I saw her on Friday, and I was like, how did she survive the coyotes? Like, she's little. She's like 12 pounds,
Absolutely.
10 pounds. She's little. I don't know how.
So what did you guys do with her? Somebody taking her? Or?
Well, I wanted to take her to Humane Society, but I posted on Facebook, and her owner found her.
Oh, cool.
She was missing from Flowing Wells in Wetmore.
All right.
Which is pretty far for a little tiny dog.
Right.
So we were able to reunite her with
Awesome.
her mama, Lois.
There you go.
A really nice old lady.
All right.
So I'm glad we were able to help her.
All right, real quick, let's chat with our guy John is the winner of the tickets. John, congratulations. You're going to the hockey game.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
There you go. Are you going to wear a jersey?
No, I don't have one.
Hey, John, are you stacking W's like cricket stacking W's?
Yes.
Okay. John, I think aren't you winning that league that you finagled me into?
Not winning, but I'm in the money.
You're in the money. Oh, wait, what place do you have to be in the money? How many people get money in that thing?
They paid 10 places.
10 places? Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I need to get working so I can get one of those spots. I got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I had a very bad week. I picked Green Bay, so that was one of the reasons that I did not do very well.
Well, I think everybody did, and they had big points on it. But if you would get your picks in before the Thursday night game, you'd probably be in the money.
Yeah, I lose my Thursday night pick every week because I'm just so busy on Thursdays.
Give me your password. I'll make your pick for you.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Not a chance. All right. Stay on hold, John, and J-Dub will get your information. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
All right. Thanks.
John Bailina. All right. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives. We're going to talk some football. Break it down with Glenn House straight ahead.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported at Wilmot and Golf Links, Irvington at I-19, I-10 near Cortero on the eastbound side of I-10 approaching Cortero, some backups there, and also a wreck westbound I-10 west of the I-10, I-19 junction. 57 the overnight low, sunny and 87 tomorrow and 83 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Yes, it's November already. Can you believe it? The year is almost over. So if you've been waiting to do vehicle maintenance, repair, or even a new set of tires, there's great news. November is the biggest rebate time of the year. If you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through crazy road construction, Jack Furrier's has got you covered. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local's choice for savings, great service, and 14 award-winning locations. This month, you'll save big on all Michelin brand tires. Get back $160 to $220 on the tires Consumer Reporting magazines rank the very best. Like the smooth-riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2 for cars and CUVs, or the durable Defender LTX for SUVs and trucks. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care has them all, and they're all on sale with big rebates all month long. Check out jackfurriers.com for details and even more specials where you can make an appointment online, call ahead, or just stop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
Hello, everybody. Gary, why are you wearing a... Hold on, Ron. Every time Gary walks in here wearing some goofy costume, you always say, Gary, why are you wearing that? Yeah, but... And then it turns into some long-winded story about Alaskifications. Yeah, but... Then Gary says something ridiculous. Yeah, but... And you agree that an Alaskification before winter is the best way to prepare for cold weather. Yeah, but... And how Alaskan AC guarantees no breakdowns. Yeah, but... And all it does is encourage Gary to walk around wearing a stupid-looking ski mask that no person in his right mind would get caught dead wearing. Yeah, but he's wearing my ski mask.
Keeping my head protected, just like the Alaskification protects your heater.
My ski mask isn't stupid looking. Look who's wearing it.
I choose to ignore that remark.
Because you know another one is coming. Take off that stupid ski mask. See?
And that's why you should schedule your Alaskification today.
What did we accomplish here? I'm not sure, but today is a good day to Alaskify. Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Rush in for the $100,000 holiday gold rush. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Kick off your week with Wildcats Radio 1290 this Tuesday from 6 till 7 p.m. at Union Public House. Enjoy a refreshing Modelo, mouth-watering food, plus spin to win prizes and more. Sponsored by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans, and official partner of Arizona Athletics.
Largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance?
There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Breaking down Arizona Wildcats football, U of A goes up to Boulder, Colorado, and really makes homecoming bad for the Buffaloes. 52-7, the final score, and the Wildcats are one win away from bowl eligibility. Joined as always by my man Glenn Howe, U of A football class of 1985. And Glenn, we were talking earlier in the show about how you just really don't know about college football anymore. I mean, you look at 2 years ago, Arizona went up to Tempe and curb stomped the Sun Devils, and then they came down here and did the same to U of A last year. And last year, Colorado came in here and beat the Wildcats on homecoming for 4 touchdowns. And then you go up there and you return the favor. I mean, you've got Indiana. What was that? I think J-Dub said Indiana got 11 first-place votes today, and traditional powers like Alabama and some of those other schools didn't get any first-place votes. I mean, we are living in a completely different world in terms of college football.
The landscape has changed, man. The landscape has changed, man. I mean, the dollars that are going in, these kids are transferring everywhere. It's just harder and harder for these coaches to get assembly of kids that actually know each other for a long period of time, you know, and assemble a team that can play together. So those coaches that are doing that really well, so that he had Indiana and you know, at Alabama, you got to give Kalen a good a kudos for those guys, and just what Brennan's doing now. I mean, you know, he's putting those guys together, and they're winning ball games. They're playing well, and that's the difference now. Is the coaches have to really do a lot of team building, of getting these teams to play together.
I mean, yeah, it is. You're absolutely right on that respect in terms of melding this thing together as quickly as you possibly can to try to get something cohesive out of the season. Noah Fafita, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. Glenn, 4 touchdowns, threw for 219 yards. And to me, Glenn, the thing that the biggest improvement to the passing game that I've seen, especially over the course of the last 2 weeks, and really maybe going back even into the game against BYU, is just the timing. The timing that Noah has got with his receivers. I mean, I talked early on in the season about how at times he would throw behind guys and just missing guys outside of what I call the catch zone. He is hitting guys right now in the catch zone. That the throw he made to Gio Richardson, which was all time, and that was all timing. It reminded me of he threw a pass 2 years ago to Tetsuo McMillan at Tempe. Yeah, no, at Tempe against Arizona State, where he literally just threw it in between 4 defenders to T-Mac, and T-Mac ran across and went like 57 yards down the right sideline with it. That pass reminded me of that T-Mac pass from 2 years ago. And when Noah's got his timing with the receivers, he can be in that realm of being almost unstoppable.
Yeah, and Noah's just he's progressing at a great pace. He's just getting better and better all the time here. And you know what? I think the best is yet to come. And I think he gets more continuity with a lot of these receivers. And just look at this. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that received a pass, you know, that got a pass from Noah. That it's not just one guy that's getting all the passes. So you if you want to lock down, who you lock down? You got all these guys that you have to get. You know, you definitely want to make sure that Spivey doesn't touch the ball, because all he does is touch it and run into the end zone. So, you know, it's just amazing how he's connecting with all these receivers, which is kudos to how they're conducting their practices, where he's getting all these guys getting reps, and Coach Wade making sure that these guys are getting reps and getting in continuity with Noah.
You know, yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And we've seen some of these guys begin to. I mean, Hudson obviously was injured early. He's come on and he's been able to get into that mix. Chris Hunter made a big third down catch in that ball game, and you mentioned Spivey, who's doing his thing. I just wish they would try to get him the ball more than they've been able to get it to him one or two times. Only one time in that game last week. You want to see him in space. I mean, we talked about his ability in the red zone, but how about him in space the last 2 weeks? Getting the ball and just, either running by people or spinning out of tackles and then running away from people.
And then the speed. I mean, you got to give kudos to the strength and conditioning staff. You notice our guys are faster. They're faster.
Yeah.
They are faster this year. They're running away from people. We're running the jet sweep like we got all these burners. You know, I mean, it's the strength and conditioning staff has really done a great job of making these guys. They're stronger, they're faster, they're quicker, they're just more explosive. So you got to give Colin a great, our strength coach
Colin Carroll
a pat on the back. Colin Carroll, you got to give him a pat on the back, and his staff of getting these guys prepared.
Yeah, especially after all the flack he took last year with the injuries and everything that was going on, and people saying that he didn't know anything about strength training, which was just absolutely unbelievable. A lot of that, but yeah, Cullen's had this team well prepared for every game. And again, I think Mackenzie Hamilton pointed it out during the broadcast, just some of the subtle things they did to get, we always ask them about the altitude. They say, everybody's got to go play in it. They don't make a big deal with it, but there were some subtle things they did in their nutrition that week to get the guys ready for the altitude that they were going to face.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the science behind it. We got some good people that are nutritionalists that are with us that are helping our kids be prepared for any kind of situation. And that's you got to give kudos to Brennan to having those people around. All these people are saying that, Coach Brennan has done a great job of putting this staff together. I listened to the
coaches show,
to the coaches today. The
interviews, press conference. Yeah.
The presser today, and the way they talk in sync. Bobby Wade and Joe Salavea, and all these other coaches, they're all in sync. They really are just like a good group of guys that really like coaching together, and they're just helping each other. He's getting, Danny's talking to the offensive coordinator, telling him about what he should do here. Those kinds of things are really good that we're seeing at University of Arizona.
We're chatting with Glenn Howell. It is Wildcat Breakdown. Arizona coming off a 52-17 win on the road at Colorado, and homecoming this Saturday at Arizona Stadium against Kansas. Glenn, down on that offensive line. To me, if I was going to hand out, and we still got 4 games to go, but if I'm handing out an MVP award on the offensive line, it's probably right now for me going to Chuba Maye, because just good things happen when Chuba is in the ball game. He has really been just an unbelievable addition to that offensive line, and him and Kiana Dikembe together when they're in there together, and Cayena's kind of one of those quiet guys. We don't necessarily he's not flashy in there, but man, those two guys, working technically together has been, every time I look up at the good run, I'm saying, okay, how did that one come about? Oh, there we go. There's Chuba again, just blowing somebody out. There's Cayena, pulling around and getting somebody down. I mean, those two guys together have really been key pieces to this offensive line.
And just think of it. Those guys one guy was playing defense on the other side of the ball, and another guy never played center before.
Right, yeah.
Okay?
Well, again, it goes back to what you just said at the beginning. I mean, getting these guys and quickly identifying, taking a wide receiver from a lower division Power 1 and Cameron Barmore and turning him into a tight end.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, just the coaching that is going on with these guys, it just shows it on the field. And this past week, I'm going to tell you, the past week when they had the bye week, when they had the bye week, it just looked like they worked on all the fundamentals, because I was just watching the film, and the tackling was good. The everything, the fundamentals, running the routes, everything. It's just like exactly what they said is that we're getting back to the fundamentals, and good coaches do that. And that's what we're getting here, and we're seeing the production on the table. And then give kudos to those coaches, man. You got 2 games that you just barely won. The morale could be horrible after that in the bye week. But no, these guys were pissed off, and he took that energy and put it into a W and went up to Colorado and kicked their butt. And that's what they did. And they just got to continue to do this. Because I think we can win out. It's going to be tough to go with Cincinnati. It's tough for Kansas. All these next games are going to be tough, but we have a possibility that we can win out.
Glenn Howe's our guest. We're going to chat more with Glenn. We'll get into the defense, special teams, what we saw in the tape from those 2 units, getting you set for Kansas off a 52-17 win over Colorado. It is Wildcat Breakdown. More still to come. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s. We'll also hand out some game balls when we come back.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions that are reported at Irvington and I-19, a crash at Kolb and Irvington and Kolb Road. Also wrecks on I-10 westbound, just west of the I-10, I-19 junction, and a collision eastbound I-10 approaching Cortero. 57 the overnight low, sunny, 87 tomorrow, and 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Moderna. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna, is now available and easy to find near you. To learn more, visit mnexspike.com. That's mnexspike.com.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Tune into Wildcats Radio 1290 weekly for Brett Brennan's Football Press Conference, where you can catch up on all things Arizona football this season. The Football Press Conference, sponsored by Coors Light.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Lisa Chastain. No one should go hungry, especially at Thanksgiving. That's why Gospel Rescue Mission is hosting our annual Thanksgiving Blessings event. Join us on Wednesday, November 26th for a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal. Also, clothing, haircuts, additional resources, and life-changing opportunities. Celebrate the holidays with us, because Thanksgiving is better when we share it together. Visit grmtucson.com to learn more.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Minute. Sauce Gardner was a heck of a player for the New York Jets during his first 2 seasons, but has been a disappointment for the last year and a half. With all that being said, for a player who just signed a record-breaking contract this past summer, it's absolutely wild that he got traded today. But I'll commend Gang Green for getting 2 first-round picks back for Sauce. Now the question is, can general manager Darren Muji make the right picks with those 2 first-round selections while the Colts try to make the Super Bowl this season? I'm Zach Gelb.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Breaking down Arizona Wildcats football, Glenn Howell, class of 1985, rejoins us. Arizona coming off on a 52-57 win. 52-17 win, I should say, over the Colorado Buffaloes. Let's dive into the defense and the special teams. Myron Robinson, we saw him was on the field quite a bit at that linebacker position. The Wildcats have added more linebacker depth as the season goes along. We've talked a lot about Riley Wilson, and now Myron got probably as much run as we've seen him get in a game. What kind of stood out to you about him? He was very active and around the football from what I saw, at least in the plays that he kind of jumped out to me.
Yeah, it just looked like he was just excited to be there, man. I mean, just to be in there, and when you get your first taste of action, you're just going crazy. And sometimes you get a little overactive, and that's going to happen. But I thought he played pretty good, and he's going to work his way into getting some more time.
Myron Robinson had 3 tackles, had a half a tackle for loss in the ball game. Also had a quarterback pressure, so that was good to see him show up in some of those negative categories. To me, though, the big standout was Javion Cole. Obviously, he had the interception. He also had a tackle for loss, forced a fumble, was really active in the run game. I love it when my cornerbacks are active in the run game, and I thought Javion Cole was absolutely that in the game on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. He's coming up and, being up there, getting up into the run, into his lane, and making the sure tackle. Head on the side, wrapping up with the hands, and just getting in there. And that's what we got, man. We just got some guys that are we got some guys that like to knock people's heads off. So that's what I really like, that we got some violent guys, and they, have, as Coach Gonzalez says, he likes to gut them. There's a lot of gutters out there.
What else stood out to you on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, I just like the way that we rallied to the ball. I thought we played better on the run. The 129 yards. That's a lot. That's a little bit more than I would like, but I think a lot of that came in the fourth quarter. Some of those runs and stuff. So, I think that we're getting better on that on the defense. I think the defenses are one of our strong points. We were 15th in the country.
Yeah,
total defense. So we can get better. We can get better. We just got to make sure that we can stop the run this week.
Well, again, and that's the big thing. I think when you talk about this pass defense has been, I think, the best part of it, going all the way back to fall camp when they were shutting down Noah Fafita and company in practice. And really, but they've played 8 games, and only Iowa State's really the only team that's had some success throwing the ball against this Arizona Wildcats defense. Genesis Smith, I thought, played much better. Not statistically, didn't jump off the page, but he was much more active than we had seen, and kind of back to being the CEO, as they like to say, the chief energy officer. I thought he was definitely back to being that in this ball game this past Saturday against the Colorado Buffaloes. And again, it was great to see some of those younger guys get in there as well, because you had such a sizable lead. Devin Dunn had a pass breakup, getting his first extended action. You had other guys like Jonah Price was in there again, as well as Aman Kafusi got some time there on the defensive line. And who's that?
Lupe.
Yeah, Suli.
Yeah, that's my number, 96. I said 96 hasn't played in a long time. That's my number. I said you do a little balling. But one thing I got to say is that Danny Gonzalez did a great analogy thing today. He said about that touchdown pass that got called back. Our guys were calling out that guy was ineligible.
Oh, okay.
That's why the guy was late getting to him. The guy was wide open.
Right.
So that is like intelligent ball players. Our guys are smart. They were calling it out before the play even happened.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I was really impressed with that.
Special teams were solid for the most part. Luke Weissong got you some really nice punt returns, 3 for 44 yards. So that's a full first down, as we like to say, on each one of his 3 punt returns, which is what you want. Isaac Lovison, they just need to catch the one ball inside the 3-yard line on the one punt. They had an opportunity to do that, and I think they got a penalty on that play as well. Michael Dansby ran out of bounds as the gunner, and he can't touch the ball, but there was another receiver, another gunner down there that might have been able to down that. So you got to be able to down those punts to create more opportunities for that defense to be able to really pen their ears back against the team from inside the 5-yard line. Michael Salgado Medina, obviously 1 for 2. Missed the shorter field goal after he hit the pretty nice one from 49 yards. So still a little bit uneven there. We'll see how that pans out. Ian Wagner, all 9 kicks going into the end zone. That continues to be a real big advantage for the Wildcats not being able to allow teams to return kicks on this season. So let's hand out some game balls. We ended with special teams. We'll start with special teams. I guess I'm going with Luke. I'm going to go with Luke Wysong because again, I think that's that punt return piece is one that could prove critical in November down the stretch. And if he can get you an average of right around 13, 14 yards every time he's back there, that's going to be a major positive.
Yeah, well, Wysong's my guy too because I think he's going to break one. He's going to get one, and because I think when the guys see that could happen if they do their job, they're going to do it a little bit more. They're going to do it a little harder, and I think they know that Wysong can break one. So I'm going to give mine to Wysong. I think he's doing a great job securing the ball and then getting yards.
Defensively, I'm giving mine to Javion Cole. Just, again, thought he had a great all-around game with an interception, forced a fumble, active in the run game. What I like to see from him, Javion Cole gets my game ball defensively.
Well, defense, I'm just going to give it to I think Tay Brown had a great game. I think Tay Brown was making plays, in the backfield. He had a TFL. He had 2 TFLs. He had 8 total tackles, 5 solos, and he was just getting after it, and he was just everywhere. So I'm giving my ball to Tay Brown.
Tay Brown. And who are you going with on offense, Glenn?
On offense, man, I just got to give it to Noah. Noah's just been getting better and better. I think he deserves a game ball. And then I have an extra ball.
Okay.
I have an extra ball for the strength and conditioning staff.
Oh, there you go.
That's been keeping these guys healthy. It's strength and conditioning staff and the ATCs that are the athletic trainers that are there that are doing a great job with these kids, and they're just keeping them on the field. I mean, they're really keeping them on the field. I'd love to see, when we see our injury report, these guys are staying healthy, and you got to give a game ball to those guys.
All right, there you go. I'm going to give mine. I'm going to give mine to Noah as well. I mean, just back-to-back stellar performances for that young man at the quarterback position. And again, the timing to me is the big thing that we're really starting to see. His timing with these wide receivers, or really all the receivers, running backs too, has really improved over the course of the last 5 weeks. Want to see if they can keep that going down the stretch for sure. Homecoming Saturday, Glenn. We're going to be, I told people earlier, we're going to be at the football alumni tailgate party at Tomey Field. That is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun, a lot of lies. And, we're going to be telling some
a lot of
stories.
lies, exactly. Lies.
Yeah, a lot of lies.
Lies.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be telling a lot of stories. The stories are going to get elaborated, and, it's going to be great, man. I'm excited to see a bunch of the guys and see some of the guys, that were on. I told the guys we had a call, and we are on a call with all the alumni. And I told them, I said, we're going to be there, so everybody come by. So that's going to be our show.
There you go. There you go. It'll be a whole lot. Paul from Phoenix wants to know if you can get him in.
Yeah.
He said I got to get into that party with all the former players. I said, you got to talk to Glenn Howe. He's the one pulling the strings on that.
Yeah. All right, we'll see, Paul. We'll see if we can get you in.
All right, Glenn, we will talk to you on Saturday morning.
All right, we'll see you. What time are we on tomorrow on Saturday?
We are on at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. All right, we'll see you.
All right, there we go. Glenn Howe, Arizona football class of 1985. Bear down indeed. Wildcat breakdown as we do it and have been doing it since 2011, dissecting everything that is Arizona football. All right, last chance for you to get in on the show. Okay, so this is Tuesday. We're a little bit different than normal because we've got the Brent Brennan radio show coming up for you at the top of the hour because there was basketball last night. So Brent Brennan and Brian Jeffries are out at the Union Public House. They'll be talking to you shortly here. Everything that you want to know from the head coach about what happened at Colorado. It was a happy flight home. That's always great to have for sure, and a chance to be bowl eligible this Saturday. Then after the Brent Brennan show, we've got Panther Talk for you, so you can hear more about the Carolina Panthers' big win over the Green Bay Packers. So Coach's Show's coming up for you the next 2 hours here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Let's give you your Casino del Sol replay for today. It's brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf. We had a chance to chat with Saul Bookman earlier from All City Network, PHNX. He was in Las Vegas covering Arizona basketball, and he, like all of us, came away extremely impressed with the Wildcats' performance and that of freshman Koa Pete.
I definitely thought going into the game that Braden Burries was a little bit more prepared for game one than Koa, but I should have known better because I've watched Koa play several times, and I should have known that when it comes to the real game, he was going to be ready. And man, my biggest takeaway is that he just dominated the best front court in America. There wasn't a single guy out there that could stop Koa Pete. And Koa is just now starting to really get into his bag in terms of his skill sets. And when teams start to try and take something away, he just strikes me as the type of cerebral player that's going to be able to adapt and find something else that's going to work for him specifically. So, I mean, it's just fantastic. In addition to that, honestly, my two other biggest takeaways were Jaden Bradley. I call it the disrespect tour because it is going to happen, and he is going to make people realize how foolish it was to leave one of the best guards in America off of the Cousy Awards list, the preseason Big 12 conference list, like you name it, goes on, and Karchenkov. Karchenkov was just a real stable presence out there. I came away very impressed with him. Tommy talked about it in the postgame presser about, just how impressive he was and how calm, and the moment was never going to be bigger than him, and it showed.
Why do you think Jaden is not getting the respect nationally? I mean, one of the things I think it is he's not a very loud kid. He's very quiet and reserved. He just goes about his business. He's not a flashy player. How much of that plays into that? What do you think? Just the numbers maybe aren't what people want to see when they look at numbers for point guards. Or what's playing into the fact that people just haven't given him the respect as one of the better point guards, if not one of the best point guards in the country?
Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit of all that. Listen, he gets to Arizona at the same time Caleb Love gets to Arizona, so all the spotlight is on Caleb Love and what's Caleb Love not doing or what is he doing. And Jaden Bradley just quietly goes about his business. He does exactly what he needs to do every single game, defensively, offensively, doesn't matter. And yeah, his stats aren't going to blow you away. And matter of fact, he had a kind of a down year from three last year. And as a guard, the three is a big deal. And I think this year you're going to see that he's going to step that part of his game up significantly. But the thing that people just do not realize is that he is in the most, I mean, it's really hard to say. It's in the most non-threatening way. He gets the job done at the rim better than just about any guard in the country. He doesn't need to kill or cross you over. He doesn't need to do some crazy spin move to get to the rack. He's not going to overpower you with his athleticism, but what he is going to do is he's going to get it done. He's going to find a way to get that ball in the hoop, whether it's throwing his body and kind of angling himself away from the tall defenders, or just being more physical at the rim. He just finds a way to get it done, and he exposes what you are weak on defense. Like every single time when there was a mismatch, I forget the guard's name, number 7 for Florida, but every single time Jaden Bradley saw him matched up on him, I swear he was licking his lips. He knew he was going to get that shot at the elbow, and it was barbecue chicken all day. So, that's exactly what you want to see from one of the best players in America. I'm not even going to say point guard because I legitimately feel like Jaden Bradley is one of the best players in America.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Yeah, all right. We got intros and outros. I love it. And play some golf at Sawilo Casino.
For the record, last year Jaden Bradley was 200th in the nation in assists per game. We talked about this last night on the postgame. Because guess what? KJ Lewis, very good facilitator. Caleb Love, very good at facilitating. All those guys average 3 or more assists. This is not complicated. It's laziness. The preseason polls is not a deep dive into the person's, film of every play they've ever made in college basketball. It's literally just people looking up the stats from last year, seeing who's coming back. And because Jaden Bradley split a lot of assists last year, that's why he's not on the Kuzi list. It's just that simple. It's because he averaged 3.5 assists per game last year, and the people on the Kuzi list are people averaging 6+ assists per game. That's what they're looking at. It doesn't mean that Jaden Bradley's not one of the best, if not the best, and we'll see by the end of the year, DK, because it's preseason polling, and it's much like the coaches poll, where the coaches don't fill that out. They give it to one of their assistants, and their assistants fill them out and give it to him to sign. There's not a lot of thought that went into this. I think Jaden Bradley should feel disrespected. I think Coach Lloyd should say, hey, guess what? Jaden over here is pretty good every postgame like he has been. But for the record, it's just as simple as he was 200th in the nation last year in assists per game, and that's who's on this list.
Did you see KJ's tweet? After
I did not.
He said, tweeted, Jaden Bradley, one of them ones.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden, I'm rocking with 0, which is Jaden's number. That was KJ Lewis after the game last night. So his ex-teammate shouting him out for sure. All right, so we've got, for you this week, we got a full show tomorrow, and then we've got a little bit longer show now with the time change on Thursdays. We'll be with you till 5:30s instead of 4:30s with the games now starting, broadcast for Thursday Night Football starting at 5:30, and then Friday night will be a game night as Arizona basketball will take on the Utah Tech, I think it's the Trailblazers or something of that nature. And that game will, our coverage will start at 3:30, and then that game will go at 7 o'clock here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Thanks to Saul Bookman for joining us. Thanks as well to Glenn Howe for joining us, for JW Madden, for Cricket, for Dragon Ball. My name is David Kelly. That is our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Coming up, it is the Brent Brennan Radio Show, followed by Panther Talk. You will hear all of that in the next 2 hours right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Crashes reported, a wreck reported 6th Avenue at I-10, reported on 6th Avenue at I-10. Also I-10 eastbound near Cortero, some backups there as well, and a wreck that occurred westbound I-10 west of the I-10 I-19 junction. 57 the low, sunny, 87 tomorrow. That's your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hello, everybody.
Gary, why are you wearing a...
Hold on, Ron. Every time Gary walks in here wearing some goofy costume, you always say, Gary, why are you wearing that?
Yeah, but...
And then it turns into some long-winded story about Alaskifications.
Yeah, but...
Then Gary says something ridiculous.
Yeah, but...
And you agree that an Alaskification before winter is the best way to prepare for cold weather.
Yeah, but...
And how Alaskan AC guarantees no breakdowns.
Yeah, but...
And all it does is encourage Gary to walk around wearing a stupid-looking ski mask that no person in his right mind would get caught dead wearing.
Yeah, but he's wearing my ski mask.
Keeping my head protected, just like the Alaskification protects your heater.
My ski mask isn't stupid looking.
Look who's wearing it. I choose to ignore that remark. Because you know another one is coming.
Take off that stupid ski mask.
See?
And that's why you should schedule your Alaskification today.
What did we accomplish here?
I'm not sure, but today is a good day to Alaskify. Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
Question: why would you shop anywhere else for your favorite tobacco products if you can save up to 40% at Tobacco Barn?
I don't know.
Why? If you can save by paying no state sales tax and no city sales tax because Tobacco Barn is on the reservation.
I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to say.
Plus, save an additional $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
I don't know how I missed that before.
What is happening? When you shop at Tobacco Barn, save up to 40%. That's 40% off your favorite tobacco products. You won't pay any state sales tax or pay any city sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
Just our way of saying thank you for your business.
Shopping anywhere else is kind of crazy.
I love it! I love it! I love it! Come on, Jerry. It's time to go back to your cell now.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rocking K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rocking K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. 10-year parts and labor warranty. Plus a free system upgrade.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is University of Arizona Wildcat football. And this is